let's do this. We gonna hit him with the hine.
You gonna hit him with it?
As they say.
Hit him with it. There's the jam.
Hey, everybody. How you doing? This is the Revival Motoring Podcast. I am Josh Garcia, and as always, I am joined by Chuck Who?
Yo.
Corey.si.
Hello.
And the rest of our wonderful Twitch followers out there. Thank you very much for listening. Thank you for listening to this podcast on all of the major platforms and watching us on YouTube. So here we go. This is episode number 93.
Oh, damn, 93 to infinity.
Spoiler alert, this is going to be a good one. We're going to cover cars of the 90s.
Oh, 93 was a solid year for hip-hop records. All the good ones came out.
I mean, 90s everything. Can you beat it?
Yeah, you can, but 90s was really good.
Know.
I don't know.
I'd go back.
You think? I'd go back for sure. Oh, my God.
Crystal Pepsi. I mean.
Crystal meth.
Dude, you bring me back to 93 and put me at, I want to be, a little older than I was in 93.
Yeah.
I want to be a solid 14, even 16. Oh man, It'd be the fucking bomb. You could just live right up to this thing and bail right now.
Just keep Groundhog Day of 90s.
Oh, Jesus.
That'd be good.
Oh man. Yeah. We
30th anniversary. I think it's 30th. Yeah. 30th anniversary of Ninja Turtles movie. Just seen that on the old
don't even tempt me,
Facebooks. I just want to go watch it, and I want to eat that green slime taffy that they used to make. Whatever.
Shit.
Let's really get rolling.
All right.
Let me make sure we're recording our actual podcast, unlike last week.
We had a little technical difficulty. We had a technical difficulty last week.
So,
hey, you put up our ransom note.
Ransom note is live on Instagram to kick everybody over to Twitch. So hopefully that works. Oh, sorry. Get distracted by the Twitch feed.
Can't be distracted by the Twitch feed, man.
We got one at a time.
Only one at a time.
This episode is brought to you by us, Revival Motoring. Visit revivalmotoring.com. Check out the new Revival feed. Have a look around the website. Visit our web store. Check out some goods. We also added a donation page, so feel free to check that out in addition. This episode is also brought to you by Paperworks. Visit paperworks.com for any of your paper needs. Paperworks can help you keep moving on your projects from small at-home art projects to large format needs. They are there to help. We obviously support print, and paper plays a big part of that. So go visit paperworks.com.
Come see a boy.
Yeah, holla at your boys.
Gentlemen.
If you'd like to leave a callback number, press 2.
Callbacks.
Oh, boy.
I got a couple 2-3.
All right, what we got?
First one. Shout out to Juicebox Jade.
Juicebox Jade. I saw that new car, man.
Man.
That's looking
Your boy picked up an E46 M3. Incredible color combination.
Tight.
Oh, my God.
Our buddy had that color combination years ago.
Who?
Schmitty.
No.
His was a darker gray.
Yeah.
He's got black on cinnamon, right?
Yeah.
Oh, what a combo.
Congratulations to him. That's a huge achievement.
Yeah, great car, man. Good luck with that thing. That thing looked absolutely mint.
That's a keeper.
That's a keeper.
I mean, he made, I think it was maybe 1,800 miles, he said. 12 or 1,800 miles. I don't know.
It was
what
light.
the journey was.
You know your boy got it with the light miles on it.
So, no, that was just his journey home.
Yeah, because they picked it up in
his drive home.
Where was it?
Wait.
Alabama or I can't remember.
He drove
I didn't
out
know
to
that
get
fucking
it.
happened. He drove to Alabama.
Drove out to get it.
To the Bama right now.
The Bama.
Right now.
Got it. Drove it home.
Oh my God! I wonder if he hit any good convenience stops on the way back. Maybe a QT or something.
I don't know, but shouts to him. Congratulations.
Big shouts,
We're
man.
all
That's a
happy for
badass
you.
car.
Can't wait to check it out.
Yeah, good on you, busting the border. You know, your own little gumball down there.
Flexing.
And back. Yeah, I hit him up. I was like, oh man, that thing is sick. You know, good luck with that thing.
So, shouts to him.
Quick callbacks to Ben Peterson, Jared Landry, and Wes Perkins. Thank you guys very, very much for making donations. As part of the deal is, somebody donates, we're going to shout you out on the podcast.
Wait, those guys paying for the shawarma tonight?
So they're basically, the shawarma's on them. So shouts to
oh my
Ben
God,
Peterson,
dude.
Jared Landry, and Wes Perkins. Truly, thank you very much, boys.
That's fucking unbelievable. Thank you guys so much. We're trying to keep this baby going, keep the ship afloat.
I have one more, but I think I'm going to save it for the questions because it's a lengthy question. that goes with it. So I wrote it in my callbacks and put the picture there, but we're going to save that one for later.
Oh, I got one of those.
I'm going to call it back to 5 minutes ago.
5 minutes ago.
This new lighting situation.
It's so
The smooth?
tight.
I
So
can't
tight.
tell you how amped I am in this.
It's just smoothly changing colors here, and it might be more distracting by the chat room.
I think I'm certainly more distracted by this than the chat room.
Dude, look
I
at
just
that
tend to
light
ignore
just
that.
change color. I wish it would change a little slower. Josh, could you take like 10 minutes of our viewers' time and figure
slow
out
it down.
change it
Just
slower?
slow that down.
But yeah,
I mean, it does have an option called fade.
Nah, that's pretty tight,
Yeah.
tight fade
We'll go
right
with
now.
the
Speaking
smooth.
of fade, everybody needs haircuts.
Oh,
I think
geez. Yeah.
everybody notices. Except
So
for me, because I love having my hair long, but
I hate it.
I know
Hate it.
I got buzzers at the
Yeah.
house.
So quick callback. We had a listener reach out to us who I will not name, but they said that Woodside Credit Union hands out signing bonuses if you lock in a loan with them.
Wait, they get.
So not only they hit you with the predatory loan, but they also give you a sign-on bonus to whoever.
Get the fuck out of here. Can I get a shoe deal? I don't want the signing bonus. I just want a shoe deal. You know, give me a couple years on Nike.
I don't know, but it's sketchy. Like, y'all managing your money like that, it's not good.
Dude, I can't believe you catch a signing bonus.
Signing bonus.
That's all I ever wanted.
And this said person has closed like 5 or 6 cars, he said, this year alone with this company.
Oh, he's selling cars.
Yeah.
Oh, I know who this is.
Yeah.
Oh wow,
Yeah.
big show, buddy. That's incredible. I'm trying to get a signing bonus. So the person taking a loan gets a signing bonus?
I
Who's
guess
gonna-
the person distributing the car, I guess, is my understanding.
Okay, so the guy selling the car gets the bonus.
I guess.
That makes a lot more sense. I'm gonna say you're taking a $40,000 to give you $1,000 signing bonus and then charge you for it.
I don't.
I'm in on
that's
that
the
as
thing.
well.
I don't know. I don't know if you're the dealer and you push this customer towards it, which the person I spoke to is pushing people away from this. Like, hey, like,
I've spoken to that person about this before.
don't do that.
About, hey man, was somebody dumb enough to finance me on one of these fucking things?
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, they will.
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah.
Rates are cheap, man. Money's cheap right now. Take advantage of it. Get some predatory loan going. It's probably the least predatory it'll ever be.
Listen, go buy yourself a house. It's a much better way to park your money.
Oh, Bud was in the room, by the way.
Pudva is here. Shouts to you and your Mustang. Can't wait to see you back out there drifting.
All right, boys. I'll tell you what happened. I've had a few people reach out that their insurance is cutting them a discount, even people we didn't mention, insurance companies, up to 20% off for the next couple months. So if you haven't reached out to your insurance company,
Now's a good time.
please
to call
do.
them.
If you get
I'm gonna.
totally shut down, please let us know, because that's the best thing that could happen to us. Terrible for you.
So, I've got what am I hearing? I'm hearing audio from somewhere.
I don't know what you're hearing audio from.
I'm hearing it from somewhere over here.
Yeah, it's got to be one of those.
But anyway, I'm going to reach out to my insurance company, which I believe is Geico.
Yep.
I'm going to reach out to them because I have not seen anything yet on my end, whether it be a refund or a letter in the mail stating what they're going to do.
You're hearing audio from your own phone.
From my own phone. Okay. I
Jesus,
thought
I
I
just
turned
heard
it down.
me talking.
Yeah. Anyway, I haven't heard anything yet, so I'll have to reach out to them and give them a whole question about that.
Nice. Oh, did Dog Pizza get it? Shit.
I haven't gotten so.
Dog
His
Pizza
girl's getting
said-
money back.
Yeah, I
Dog
was gonna
Pizza's
say,
getting money back. There are people getting money back. Yeah, seriously, go beat up your insurance companies. Let us know how big. Go Chuck System on them. They should at least be able to cut you 50%.
At the very least, I mean, you can literally just use facts alone, and just if hypothetically, if you're in this position, hopefully, I don't know,
You hit him with the facts.
just you can say, hey, look, I'm not going
Yeah.
to any of these places. You can hit them just like, yeah, I drove, I don't know, 500 miles less, so whatever.
Yeah.
however
Let me
it
catch a
shakes out.
rate.
Yeah. Just prepare yourself, Chuck System,
Yeah.
make it happen.
Hot hand in the dice game, baby girl.
I'm gonna
you know?
just wing it and call them tomorrow and just have them bend me over and charge me more.
Yeah.
I assume that's
Well, that's the
what's
thing.
gonna
My policy just renewed. Obviously, no break there.
Mm-hmm.
And then they took that month's payment from me. No break there.
Yep.
I haven't seen a refund, so
It ain't happening.
it's not happening. So
happen.
I'm gonna have to
You
give
can
him.
always
I'm gonna have to give him a call.
you can always just be like, hey, look, I'm gonna have to look at other options.
I'm gonna have to drop you.
Yeah,
I'm gonna drop you.
Yeah.
Don't make me fucking think about
Listen.
dropping you.
Here's the thing with me throwing that card out there. I can't move forward with that because I am not great insurably.
Yeah. No. They'd be like, go ahead. Lloyd's of
Yeah.
London is waiting.
Fuck off.
a bit of a liability.
Yeah. I'm still working that one off. You hear that, young Ben? It ain't cool.
State Farm, 25% back.
25.
I assume that's for the
BTL
month, right?
DGT, 25% back. That's a big deal.
Yeah.
Pudva's still getting fucked by Progressive, and don't expect that to change.
Plastic Avenger, Allstate told me to fist myself.
So, yeah, we got varying degrees of success here, but just keep calling them. Keep hammering them, boys. You got nothing to do.
Yeah. Have at it. I mean, hey.
Calling the boys now. There
know
we
what?
go.
I'm gonna
Corey's going to call them live on
Corey's
air.
going to live call Geico.
Yeah.
Listen, I'm going to need a discount.
Yeah.
All right, so I want to have just a massive shout out to Ransom Pete and Big Seat Chris,
My God.
who essentially
There's so many. I mean,
the picture. So Pete talked about it last time I was on the phone. He went down to the port, picked up 4 cars. 4 cars. He took it. There was a picture of him in front of a trailer with 3K cars in an R33 on the trailer, wearing the Bad Decisions decision hoodie. If you want to know how you get one, that's how you do it. You still really. I mean, yeah, I got to talk to a
expensive hoodie.
printer.
We literally still can't get them.
Yeah.
We still can't get one. But yeah, I mean, holy shit. K truck, K van, Miro, which is the coolest car I've ever seen, in an R33.
the mirror alone is just.
Yeah.
I just want more of that car. I want to
That's a
see
cool
it.
ass car.
I want to see it. I want to smell it. I want to feel it.
I was told by both Ransom Pete and Big Seat that car, in fact, fucks.
Yep.
Yeah.
It's double the speed of the K truck, which still isn't very fast, but it corners super good, which the K truck does not do.
I can imagine that being one of the funnest cars ever to drive.
Dude, I tried to claim dibsies on when he's done with it, but he wouldn't agree. So I don't think he's ever going to get done. We all have to bring in mirrors. I mean, it looks incredible. His is very, very tight.
Yeah.
I have a question for all these cars coming in from Japan. How many farts do we think are inside these cars?
Oh, billions.
Are we
tons of
talking
farts.
6 digits?
Billions.
Very gassy
I
people.
mean,
Yeah.
there's got to be some sort of formula we can use. So, for instance, mileage, year to fart ratio.
Yeah.
I'm just thinking about using my American fart ratio. I mean, I'm not really going that hard in my car.
Yeah.
You know, if I'm driving by myself, all right, I'm not holding back, but it's not like I'm hammering them around. I mean, I probably didn't even pull one a day.
Didn't pull one a day?
I don't think I pulled one a day.
I think you're lying to yourself.
Maybe I
think
gamble.
you need to be more honest.
I've gambled and lost before. Maybe I'm shell shocked. I don't know. I got a white interior.
I think.
You gamble, you lose big time. You're going to Ray the Retrimmer. You know what I mean?
What about, for those, fine, you have some off days, if you will, right?
But I'm thinking,
I call those my aunts.
90s Japan, as I said, very gassy people.
Yeah.
They're probably hammering farts
Yeah,
out,
yeah.
dude.
A lot of cabbage, right?
Yeah.
Eat a lot of
I'd say
cabbage.
I do half a dozen farts a day minimum.
To bring that back on topic, shouts to Pete.
Big shout to Pete.
Congratulations.
Dude, it looks incredible. I mean, every single thing he brought back looked wild.
Now you need to what do you call it? Quarantine for the next 3.5 weeks. Or whatever the fuck it is.
Enjoy those New Jersey germs, you know? Ooh, those are the
However,
tightest ones.
enjoy the cars at the same
Well
time.
worth it.
Yeah.
Well worth
Well worth
quarantine.
it.
I'd
Shouts
quarantine
to-
for that Mira.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
That thing definitely fucks.
It's such a cool car. We're, once this thing all, shakes out, we're going to have Pete kind of back in to hang out, talk about a few of his experiences as well as shoot some video with him. So,
Pete wants us to go to Japan with him in January.
oh my gosh.
Yeah.
So I'm saying, let's sign up, boys.
I'm saying I'm going to have to phone in.
Phone that trip
Yeah,
in.
I'm going to have to. I'm
We
just
got
gonna
Josh
call.
on
Yeah,
Skype.
I'll just Skype on in. What else we got for, that's callbacks, right? Anymore?
I got to
Yeah,
call
sure
back
we
to
do.
Trump Bucks.
What do you got for Trump bucks?
Sound effect. Donald Trump bought me a giant 18-foot hammock, and it's the fucking greatest thing I've ever had.
That's the most American hammock I've ever
It's
seen.
the craziest.
Two tires and a hammock.
Dude, it has the hatch in the middle. Yeah, he got me 2 tires and a hammock and a hatch in the middle so you can climb in. I hung this fucker 6.5, 7 feet in the air.
Yeah.
I mean,
And it still wasn't high
it's
enough?
hard to get into.
Yeah.
My daughter wanted to get in, and I just threw her. And she, I mean, you're not going to miss.
The
Once she's
likelihood-
in, it gets down low enough where I can get in.
Yeah.
You need a ladder for your
Oh, it's
hammock?
complete insanity, dude. If you want big tents, this company Tencel makes these hammock tents and hammocks. Holy shit, this is a 6-person hammock.
I think
Wow.
you get a ladder so you can come from the top rope.
So no, there's a ladder you can put on the bottom and climb up.
Oh, okay.
But if you ever tried to climb like a nylon
Like a rope
strap
ladder?
Yeah.
Oh, that's
Not easy.
terrible. That's terrible. So
Hippie hammock.
it's
Yeah.
a hippie hammock. It's it's fucking insane. So Very, very tight. Thanks to the government for that one. Thanks to my kids, I guess.
Yeah.
So that's funny to happen this weekend or yesterday. And then finger tight, we did a little cruise this weekend. That was a blast, man. Noah was out there testing the suspension in the M.
Had a great time.
The M. I know I just did a tour of the facility. If you look at our Twitch, it's probably on there. The pre-show to this.
Yeah, the pre-show
I did
Twitch.
a hilarious tour of Revival Motoring whilst carrying my laptop and mostly dropping the webcam that you're watching through right there. So yeah, if you want to check out our facility, it's somewhere buried in that shitty thing of us trying to work technical details out.
Oh, well.
Yeah, Finger Tight Cruise is good. Corey, you enjoyed yourself, right?
I had a great time.
Nice little ride.
Yeah, I like it out there, It's quiet.
Yeah.
No vets
Where'd you
slowed
go?
us down again.
Oh,
Just
can we talk
Connecticut
about-
again,
Deep
really?
Connecticut.
Okay.
Deep North
Yeah.
Connecticut.
You know, it's funny. I'd have to look and dig it up. A listener said, "Hey, here's all my Connecticut roads," and he showed us where he lives.
So let me get 'em.
Listener Against the Pack? Was that who it was?
It
Because I
might
think they
have
reached
been.
out to me too.
That's
and they
Ray,
said they
isn't
had
it?
some. Yeah, it is Ray. Yep. They said they had some too.
I'll have
So
to double check. I
Yeah.
don't know if I
There wasn't an
can
annoying
find
Camaro behind us for a little while.
yeah, whatever. That doesn't bother me.
No,
Behind
you're the
is-
blocker. It's
Yeah.
the best thing.
Yeah. I bring up the rear.
Covering the rear.
it. Hey, do what you're good at.
And that's that. Oh, I'm going to play Records Friday. If you're around, I'll be on this fucking Twitch thing. Everybody's coming. It literally becomes the chat room for our podcast just at night. So if you want to come talk cars when I provide the background music, please feel free. I'm happy to bullshit.
I unfortunately missed the last one because I fell asleep before 10 o'clock.
Hey, man, that's
There's
okay.
no shame in that.
I was like, holy shit. I just completely,
My problem is like everybody keeps me up later than I want.
yeah.
They really do. I want to play like from 8 to 10,
It's a good-
and then I'm starting at 10.
It's a good precursor to the telethon.
Little Friday Night Lights. Oh, the
Talk about that.
telethon.
We'll talk
We'll get
about
in
that
there.
later.
We got any more callbacks, boyos?
Just a quick one, which we'll talk about a little bit later. Shouts to TD getting that green Mark IV going.
Shouts to TDs.
We'll talk more about it when he calls.
If you're on a
later,
live
maybe.
stream, you're watching you want to check out TDs. The whole podcast is brought to you by him, and he is in the picture of in the corner as opposed to the K truck this time, and he's looking ravishing, like a handsome Action Bronson.
Yeah.
No disrespect to Action Bronson.
Holding a flamingo.
I believe he's riding a flamingo. If we want to examine that,
Kind of looks like a turkey neck.
oh my god,
Yeah, it kind of looks like something else.
yeah, hey, good for him.
Oh my God. What is that?
Oh, jeez.
That was the Charlie Woe cam. Yeah, it's a flamingo, I believe.
Flamingo?
A flamingo.
The Floridian flamingo.
Oh, big shouts to TDs. I know he's putting in some work down there.
Yes.
What else we got, boys? We gonna cue the boys or what?
I'm
We're
fresh
gonna,
out.
Yeah, I think we're going to call him. News.
The news.
Anybody got news?
No news this week. No, I got some news too.
I had a
have some
couple
as
too,
well.
Trey.
Yeah,
Get in there.
there's a few
Get in there,
things.
Corey. Give me one.
All right. We had some funny news from Ford last week. Or they're just fucking swinging and missing.
Oh, good. We can really harp on the Ford.
What's up with Ford?
They're looking to trademark a charging name for their charging stations
Oh,
for
God.
their electronic
Can
vehicles.
Please
we
say
make
it's
some
space
guesses?
docking. Please say it's space docking.
That would be a win.
Oh no, it's that bad.
It's Fastor Charge. Fastor Charge.
Fastor?
Fastor Charge.
It sounds like a shitty robot from the bad future.
Who is coming up with this stuff?
I don't know, man. Everybody's sheltering in place.
Are they working from home? Like, what's going on there?
I know, fast door.
It's no good. Fastor Charge. Like, you could have literally called it Fast Forward Charge, Ford Fast Charge,
Yeah, there's a lot of
Fast Charge
options.
Ford.
Fast 5,
Yeah.
Fast 6, Hodor.
Yeah, just
Tokyo
just
Charge.
Ford charging. Like, why does fast have to be in the name? Why can't it just be an implementation of how it
This
operates?
is probably really slow.
Yeah, exactly.
We got to put fast in the name, boys, to remind the people that it's fast.
So I saw that and I was like, again, that's
Is
just
that
like
for the Mustang Mark E?
whatever. Yeah, well,
The Mustang truck stang?
Yeah, that whole thing.
But it's not a Ford, it's a Mustang.
That's right.
It's
However, their Escape that's electric is also a Ford Escape.
But this is a Mustang Mark E, correct?
Mark. I don't know how the fuck
Well,
they pronounce it.
Hold on.
Hold
What
on.
they got?
Because obviously the Mustang name is no longer exclusive to just the two-door,
Oh, tell me this is an
car.
F-150
My Little
Mustang.
Pony.
No, but the Mustang is the truck, the electric thing.
The
Yeah.
Mach-E, right.
Yeah.
Mach-E Mustang.
Marquee.
Mustang.
The Marquee Marquee. The
Marquee
Marquee Mustang.
Marquee.
Yeah.
The Mustang Marquee.
Malarkey.
Hey, Marquee!
Hey.
Hey!
Hey.
Whoa.
What is it?
Stevie-O!
What is it? Say hi to your mother?
Say hi to your mother for me.
Yeah, say
Hey,
hi to
go.
your mother for me.
How's your mother?
So Ford could be planning a all-wheel drive
God, he's really letting this news out slow.
Yeah.
electric Mustang. So the next generation Mustang is actually coming out on at some point in 2021, 2022.
The two-door Mustang, like the crowd killer.
Yeah, that's the one.
I'm just
Yeah.
happy my love for them stopped when it stopped.
I don't think it's stopped.
Yeah. Because
so
what's going on here?
I don't know. I don't know if they know, but supposedly the new Ford Mustang could offer a V8 hybrid power and all-wheel drive.
I get the V8 hybrid because like that's kind of what they have to do to get the efficiency numbers, I guess. But the all-wheel drive, that's not going to help anything.
No, it's just going to
No,
launch.
I'm not trying to drive that
faster.
fucking thing to the mountain.
Yeah.
I'm not trying to go to the hill.
So-
Yeah. So that's one bit. In addition to that, I don't know what they're doing. They're getting rid of cars.
Yeah, I don't.
Fox Body 150, Connor McCann with the hot take.
Yeah,
Fox Body 150.
I mean, I'd be happier with that.
I'm trying to think how we could implement a Fox Body 150.
How could you not?
No, I'm about it. I'm about it. Let's go back to the floor cam.
Fox
Yeah.
Body everything.
Yeah, floor cam. What else we got?
BMW X8.
Yep.
It's supposedly going to happen. It's going to be a slope back of the X7. The X7 was a big version of the X5. It was big so you could have rear seats.
Big isn't the right word.
Very
Like,
large.
Gigantic.
Enormous.
I'll tell you what. I went to the BMW dealer to get my wife a new car,
Yeah.
which we talked about last time. They had an X7 there.
Yeah.
It was fucking amazing.
Amazing.
Amazingly
How
huge.
big is it?
Big.
Yeah. Like take a breath
Dude,
and walk around the other side.
There's when you open the tailgate, this car was 120 grand. When you open the tailgate, there's a plethora of buttons to put all the seats in the back down and up. You can put just the middle row down, the back and the middle row. You can lift them up individually. Insane. The interior was
Yeah.
magnificent, but there was an ungodly tiny amount of room behind the third row. I come from a family when we had Yukon XLs.
What was it? Yukons or Bourbons?
Yukons. We have
Yukons,
bourbons,
okay.
then Yukons.
Okay.
When we made it, we get Yukons. But I'll tell you what, the fucking back of a Yukon XL was serious. You
Yeah.
could have 4 rows.
Yeah.
X7 doesn't have that kind of stuff. But the seats are so thick, but they are really big. However, X8,
Yeah.
it's an X7,
Yeah.
which was made to have a third row on
Just
your
a little-
X5. But there's slant roof in the back, so there might not be room for the third row.
I don't see any of these third row vehicles nowadays actually having a usable third row.
Oh, the X7 has a usable third row. It's
Like
just,
one you can actually sit comfortably
you can
behind,
sit comfortably
like
in
a
the back
full-size
of an
adult.
XL. Yeah, like an Escalade.
Really? I have to climb back there. Who's got one? I'm climbing them back.
We rented one. It wasn't that bad.
Okay.
But anyways, it's just another. It's BMW just killing
When's the M
themselves.
version come out?
That's exactly.
Also, I have supposedly there's going to be an X8M as well.
Yeah.
Thank God, because I wanted a 3-row, but to be reduced down to 2 rows so it could have a slant back on my X5.
Yes.
Yeah. And the X6 just wasn't big enough for me.
I mean, how dare you not have an M badge on it as well? If this thing's
well, there's-
120 grand, how much is the M version going to be?
Well, that wasn't an M version. That 120 grand was an
exactly.
X750 M Sport M package M.
It's gonna be $160,000.
It's going to be it's going to be a freight train of an
It's
SUV.
gonna be yeah.
I,
And then you can get the Alpina version.
yeah. I don't know, man.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Yeah.
So
That's not for me.
There's a shitty picture of it here. Look, I'll bring it up in the Chrome tab that we just got linked.
I was gonna say, matter of fact, shouts to Stanky
By
Danks.
Stanky Danks, but that's the rendering of what she looks like. Yeah, that is the article I pulled it from, I believe. But yeah, I know you guys all are clamoring for a 3-row slant back SUV, so it's coming.
Starting at $160,000.
Looks like hot shit.
It's good to tow race cars, yeah, but it's too big. You can tow race cars the next 5M. All right, back to TDs. So anyways, yeah, that's coming. That's a bummer. And then what else we got over here?
I got a little bit of sad news. Well, I mean, there's a lot of sad news going on now, but even sadder.
Let's take a little break from the sad news to have some more
real
sad news.
for motoring enthusiasts anyway. Based on data gathered by Edmunds, CNBC has found out that only 41% of 327 new vehicles offered on sale right now have a manual transmission. So we're less than 50% that are actually available to purchase in El Manuel.
Oh, that doesn't surprise me at all.
You know what? That's a bigger number than I thought.
Yeah, that's way more than I thought.
That's way more than I thought.
Everything's SUVs.
Yeah.
It's actually not too bad, right?
Yeah, that's pretty hard.
way more.
But that is the lowest. I forget there was another thing here, but
Yeah, but I mean, 10 years ago, how much bigger could that number have possibly been?
let's see. I'll give that to you. A decade later, so
Oh wow! I pulled 10 years out of my ass.
40? Did you say 41%?
41%. Yeah,
That's a
That
big
seems
number.
wrong. That's wrong.
this doesn't really match up.
That's wrong.
Is that in the U.S. or is that worldwide?
Highlighting how 2006
No, you can't even like go to a dealership and find a manual car right now.
dropped to.
What news is
so this
Is that bullshitnews.com?
CNBC.
There it is.
Or actually, no, this is from Motor1.com, who links.
I love Motor One.
There's
Yeah,
like
I'm
a
saying
million
that's a
different
shame.
41's too high though.
links. Let's see. Highlighting how in 2006, 47% in 2006 of new cars had a manual option. A decade later, in 2016, the number dropped to 27%. So it's actually gone up
So
in the U.S.
in the U.S., so 47
So it got down
dropped
to
26.
4.1. That makes more
So
sense. Yeah.
is that what it says? Am I just reading that wrong?
Is there a period in the middle?
No, the only 41. Oh, I didn't say. I said percent.
Maybe was
I
it
said percent. That's why.
Was it 41
Not
cars?
41%. Only 41 of the 327. Yeah, I read it too quick.
Okay,
Oh yeah. That's my kind of
So
percentage.
Yeah, we're at like what?
that's the shocking.
A
Only
little over
41
10%.
Yeah.
of 327 new vehicles on sale right now. Not percent.
Okay.
Yeah,
Okay.
my fault.
I'm glad we dug that out.
we
because
cleared that up.
We were putting on. That was really good news.
The
Chat room's
struggle-
going nuts.
The struggle is real with that one. Holy shit.
Oh, you know how we talked about the Cadillacs last time?
Yeah.
Cadillac CT5 wagon is under active consideration.
Active consideration.
Active consideration. Cadillac executive Brandon Vivian was saying that the CTS-V wagon was so popular and it has such a cult following now that they're actively considering doing a CT5 wagon, which could mean a CT5V wagon, which could mean a CT5V Batwing wagon.
Yeah.
Is that what the title's going to read by chance?
CT5V Batwing wagon. You
Is
ever
that
had a Batwing?
RMV? Just boom.
Yeah, exactly. Right across the
Yeah.
back. Because the discontinued CTS-V was so popular, Cadillac's like, oh, we should ride this train. We finally have a popular car.
It was so popular that they sold so few then.
They sold like a dozen of them, but those dozen,
Yeah.
really popular.
I don't know.
Yeah.
TD's just wrote, me going to work out is also under active consideration.
Hey, man, you gotta keep it in your head, you know? Keep those, throw that Bronson shirt on.
He just said it won't happen, but I'm considering it.
You ain't wrong.
Lots of things I'm considering as well, and none of which are going to happen. So,
Yeah.
Hyundai,
Oh, man.
Ooh.
Nancy boys rejoice. Go for it.
what do you got? You
I
got
had a
something?
Hyundai.
Oh, you got Hyundai for the Veloster N stuff
Yeah.
with the 300 horsepower?
Oh, yeah.
Oh, yeah.
I get an extra.
What do you got?
I get a Nancy boys rejoice. The Veloster N is available in automatic.
Yes. But do you see what they're doing to it?
What are they doing?
It's going to be an 8-speed wet clutch, dual clutch.
Yeah, it's still an automatic.
It's fast.
Oh, no, it's fast as shift,
Fast,
but I don't
yeah.
know. You want that little sticky.
For sure. But I
You need
think
to handshake a shift and a twice pipe side by each.
the reason why I bring this up is, okay, so the manual is dropping so much, so few cars being sold, they have to.
Yeah, they have
you
to put
have
the
to put the
old
automatic.
ZF-y.
Yeah.
My wife's car has a ZF.
I have man pedal here. But I mean 300 horsepower front wheel drive, right?
Love it.
Say that comes to the US, it's supposed to come to the US. We'll see. I mean that gives cars like, and not so much the Golf R because it is all wheel drive, but like, you know, the Type R,
Yeah.
stuff like that, a run for their money. What do we got?
Absolutely. No, give me that. Can you give me the mic stand?
Yeah.
I'm just going to put up a note on mine as well.
So that gives these cars a run for their money. You know, you can start getting a Veloster N, especially in the price range of the 30 or so grand that it's supposed to be. You know, GTI is definitely less, but I mean, at some point, you know, I mean, I'm a Volkswagen shill, but some people just get sick of a GTI.
Yeah. Especially if it's the same thing.
Yeah,
It's
the same thing
but
every
different
time.
slightly.
Yeah,
It
I mean
just-
it's the same tartan plaid. It's
Yeah.
the same, people want variety. People want options,
I'm
and
with you.
Hyundai may be the one. Now, I would need to kind of look into this more, but I believe there was a gentleman from the BMW M division who went over to Hyundai and work in their
There
M
was. We
division.
talked about that a while back.
Yeah, and if you notice, the past few years, the M division's really, but
kind of M and everything.
yeah, the
floating
kind of
along.
No, they still do make cars that fuck, but
They
they do
certainly
make
do.
a lot of cars that are right on the brink of not.
which
watered
we'll bring
down.
up.
Yeah.
But it seemed like Hyundai's trying to bring the heat.
I hope they bring the heat.
They're trying to bring the heat, and I'm about it. And tell you what, I think it could catch on. I think it could catch on.
Are you going to buy a Hyundai?
I mean, why not?
What other is the in that segment? I can't think of off the top of my head the competition. Other than Civic Type R, Golf or GTI Golf R.
GTI
roughly.
Golf R. I mean, the minis are fucking expensive. Minis are super expensive. But leading up to my next bit of news,
Next bit of news.
the 2022 Toyota Corolla. $30,000. The GR version will be coming here with a 3-cylinder that we
Dude.
talked about.
Did you see that fucking thing?
Yeah,
Oh,
yeah.
That's going to be like those.
That
things are
would
gonna
be
sell.
king shit.
They're going to sell like hotcakes.
Yeah.
Cakes that are hot.
So
I'm going to try to bring up on our
yeah,
little
see
thing
if you
there.
can bring that up because that thing is hot. So in that segment, you have some new competition coming.
From unlikely.
And I've talked so many times
players.
about how much I like the hot hatch.
I mean, it's something that's missing in the U.S.
Yeah.
The whole hot hatch. I mean, again, Ford stopped selling all their cars here, but yet they still have the Fiesta and new Focus out there in Europe and whatnot.
Yeah.
But yeah, it's needed here.
I mean,
It's
in
wanted here.
2022, 2023, is Ford going to renege on pulling these cars and and all of a sudden now we're going to bring back the Focus?
I don't know, man. I'm definitely 100% into that Yaris GR.
Right? Oh, well, no, you want the
Yaris
Corolla.
GR. I want the Corolla GR.
Yeah.
Jeez, I have the Yaris up.
But it's going to have the same 3-cylinder. Don't expect all-wheel drive in the United States. Expect it to cost around 30K.
It is cray.
It is definitely is cray.
If I'm
However,
thinking about it.
I mean, they're booking it out to 2022. We don't know what the fuck's going to happen in 2022. Or,
Yeah.
I got an idea.
Again, unfortunately, this whole scenario for the world changes everything. Maybe that stuff gets delayed. I mean, obviously, with nobody, the shit part is with nobody going to dealerships, with nobody buying cars, these companies aren't making money. So unless they're fully committed, maybe those
well,
things
okay.
get allocated differently.
So they have the Corolla hatch body, right?
Yeah.
Yep.
They have the engine.
Yep.
Maybe they expedite it. Maybe
Start making money.
Yeah, maybe they. Oh, you know what? We were gonna go 2022. Maybe we push it forward.
I don't know. I don't know
I
if
don't-
they think that way.
That's how I
Definitely
think.
not.
I
That's how I
definitely
think.
not.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that's how I think. I'm a hopeful when it comes to this.
Dude, I'll tell you what. I mean, that thing.
Yeah,
Wow. I mean, that is a hot car, man. I'm bringing it up for the chat, but like it's aggressive looking. The hatch is super cool, man. I mean, the hatch itself looks so cool. We've talked about it before.
Yeah.
That's like, holy, that's something I'd be into. And the GTI needs some competition. Veloster N's bringing it.
Yeah.
But you have Toyota come out and knock it out of the park with something like this, especially you give me that blue.
because I really think
Hooty hoo.
the GTI has really just been floating by as like the only. Oh, I want a hot hatch. I only have one option to buy.
Exactly.
Right. And I think that's unacceptable. And I think Toyota's stepping up to the plate. I hope Hyundai does it as well. We've only heard endless good things about the Veloster N in this case, the N specifically, just to be clear, but we haven't driven one yet. I'm still trying to work that out. I actually spoke to the gentleman again, so
Oh, cool.
How's he doing?
he's actually really funny. So I'll tell you guys later about it.
Good.
It looks
But-
great, man. That car looks excellent. Boys, I was looking through the news.
What
and
you
know,
got?
it came out. I don't know if anybody's filled up with gas recently because nobody's really going anywhere. I paid $1.88 for Super, which is crazy for here for certain.
Yeah.
Oil's currently under $0 a barrel.
Yes.
It's negative $35 a barrel
Yes.
because oil companies now have to pay to store it.
That's
And with storage costs factored in, it's still way down. And this is after the OPEC Plus deal that just happened.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
absolutely insane.
Get out and drive, boys.
Get out and drive. Get those 10 cylinders rolling.
I was going to say, are we going to see car manufacturers just go in the opposite direction?
Ladies and gentlemen, yeah.
Highly
Start your
doubt it.
engines.
Yeah, no,
Get on the road and fuck shit up.
dude, it's something, man. That is gas is cheap.
This is the call to arms.
Yeah. Also, if you're up here and you're gonna fill up with heating oil, get a ton.
Yeah, get it done now.
You might want to buy another tank. I mean, just think of all the options.
Yeah.
55-gallon drum.
It's so cheap. It's not necessarily good for the economy, but it's currently good for the working, driving man.
Yeah.
So, even if you're not going to work, go and fill the rigs up, you know?
Yeah, just top everything off, every gas pump you see. I should have tied this into the BMW news earlier, but the M3, M4, new one spotted on the Nürburgring. Had anyone seen that?
Which one?
Yes.
The new M3
the
slash
M3.
M4.
Oh, I saw some spy shots of it.
Matter of fact, Misha,
Misha, who I have pulled up here, did a little walk around video of it. He said the new M3 is thick, THICC.
Oh yeah.
It certainly is thick. It has camo in the front, so we're still not clear how big those grills actually will be.
huge.
Hopefully bigger.
Huge, but sounds good, looks good.
I'm gonna try to bring up the
Really hard to kind of tell with the camo on, but
yeah, my shit is
I guess-
100% not resizing. Let me see if I can pull it up. Main with Chrome.
I guess we will see over time what exactly happens.
Yeah, picture from Car and Driver here of it. Pretty camoed up.
Yeah,
shouts to Tony, who's confused by the live stream
Oh, what of
of TD's picture.
Yeah, that's TD's live.
yeah.
Yes,
just-
that's him.
That's currently where he's at.
He's just
Just
waiting. Yeah, man. Oil's cheap.
Oil's cheap.
I need
Get
some
out
oil.
and drive.
Do
your thing.
Got another little. Actually, I got
What you
a
got?
couple
Go ahead.
bits.
Give me some news.
Wow. I just wrote wow.
Wow.
There's a cool documentary that looks like Welt documentary.
Jordan?
Put it out? No, not that one. Not that. That one's supposedly pretty good too.
Yeah.
Scottie Pippen has the lowest voice I've ever heard in my life.
He does.
A whole full HD documentary. Documentary on Brabus car tuning.
If they don't cover the smart Brabus, I'm not in.
The smart
Oh, they do.
Brabus coupe.
Yeah.
So I haven't watched this whole video.
Yeah.
But within the first, 35, 40 seconds of it, they show multiple things. And they're there. There's like 4 of them just being taken apart, disassembled. So I don't know if it's going to be a full on, here's how we do it and what we do.
YouTube or what? What are we looking at?
You can go anywhere, I think. I mean, right here, if you go to motor1.com, you'll find the Brabus documentary goes behind the scenes with the reputable tuner. That will be there, but I'm sure that links to YouTube because it looks like there's a play button. Yeah. Matter of fact,
I mean, Motor One should be paying us for the amount of stuff we pushed out.
I'll post.
And I just appreciate them doing a good job covering stuff.
Yeah, it's good stuff.
The smart Brabus Roadster is the coolest fucking thing I've ever seen.
Yeah.
I remember seeing one in Italy once and just being like, why don't we have those?
Yeah.
I drive one of those things. I just put it up on the screen for those of y'all looking. Yeah. So it's a whole documentary on them.
On Brabus, yeah.
How deep? How long do you say it was?
49 minutes, 19 seconds.
Pretty light.
That's pretty deep.
Yeah.
No, I like that.
That's good. That's good.
Pretty deep. So something to watch.
Pretty deep.
Let's see.
What else you got?
Kind of a little back note. Another video. Actually, I'll save it for the YouTube. So I'll have the YouTube section.
Same for the YouTubes. I mean, I think we're on YouTube section if you don't get anything else.
I'm fresh out of news. There
let's
wasn't
see.
too much going on.
Yeah, the other two are not that important.
News is light. A lot of oil news.
Mustang, Ford Mustang turns 56 and remains world's best-selling sports car.
Remains
Really?
the reigning champion.
Yep.
Back to back, baby.
Let's see. Currently available in 146 countries. Ford says that 633,000 6th-gen cars have been sold all total. I wish this gave me a total number sold entirely, but I
Mucho.
don't really care that much.
It's out there.
It's there. There's a lot of them. 56 years. Congrats. Happy birthday, Mustang.
Big shout to Mustang.
Try to
Not like the normal shout from the crowd,
I was gonna
but
say,
a good shout.
try to keep it straight, if you know what I mean.
Yeah.
Wheel side down. YouTube.
Rubber on the road.
Rubber on the road.
So,
YouTube.
Chuck, you said you were watching some videos. You were in deep or what?
Okay, so I'm going to talk about one of the videos later, but I do have I have a good video from our boy Harry, who's my man's.
I didn't get to watch it. I know where you're going with this.
He had a little Q&A thing, and it was about why the main topic of it was why he sold the Zonda.
Yeah.
It's really interesting to listen to somebody that owned a car that absolutely fucking ridiculous. I think he paid $200,000 for it. And he's talking
What?
about he then bought
Woodside Credit Union.
Woodside Credit Union, get the sign-in bonus and the shoe deal. He then bought basically he bought Countach, and he's like, well, I can have almost as much fun. And then the running cost on the Zondas was like $40,000 a year. He went to have an exhaust put in, have it tuned up. You have to get it tuned up at the factory. And he's like, I sent it in for a tune-up and an exhaust to make it a little raspier.
Yeah.
And it's $110,000.
So it's half the price of the car.
He's like, you just don't understand how crazy running cost of hypercars are. And he's like, the insurance was, I think, $8,000 a year or something on it. And he's like, the Lambo was nothing insurance-wise. There are guys here that can fix it.
Yeah.
So it's interesting just to see, because you know, people that own cars like that don't usually talk frankly about what it cost.
Yeah.
They're just like, yeah, I got this car.
That's why I love him
Hey
so much.
guys,
Yeah.
it's whomever. I've got this car and it's so awesome. And he's just like, yeah, it sucks to own because they're so expensive. So yeah, that was interesting. He has a lot of cool kind of questions and answers. He talks about where he thinks the car market's going, what's happening out there. So it's cool if you want like a mainly talk video. I was really into it.
Yeah, but I like those though. 'Cause you just throw it up in the background while you're at work.
I mean, some people like them. Some people are just like, yeah, fuck it, I don't care. But yeah, same thing. You don't have to watch it.
Yeah.
I mean, it's interesting to have somebody that's so, and I think it's maybe because we are like at the very fringes of it in that industry.
Yeah.
That it's so cool to see someone that's been entrenched in it and done so much with it, like talk about it from that perspective. He's getting cars for free. He bought his Zonda was the press car for Europe.
Oh, really?
And he bought that. And I mean, he loved the thing, but it's just like, you know, if you get the Lambo, I think he bought his Countach for like $60,000.
Is this the Countach that's been on Top Gear a bunch? The red one?
Yeah, the red one. With if you look in the back of his video, he has the wing of it's just standing up on its side against the wall. In the
Oh, he
back.
just took it off? Yeah.
That's fucking awesome. So yeah, it was a lot of fun. And yeah, he is what Audi exclusive just said. He's just super unpretentious. He's just a normal guy that made a bunch of money farming and doing Evo Car Magazine, and he just comes across like that. He tells you the real shit. So I appreciate his videos, and this one was fun just because I did wonder why you would sell a Zonda, because that thing was fucking ludicrous, but it makes sense.
Yeah.
I mean, I remember looking into buying a Lamborghini Diablo 10 years ago. They were $80,000, which I didn't have, but Woodside Credit Union.
Yeah, someone
And
did.
Then you see how much it costs to do brakes, and I was just like, well, there's no fucking way I can afford, even if I could swing $80,000, if I could talk this guy down to 60, I still can't afford to do anything with it.
There was also, what was that Mercedes you looked at?
That was an S65 AMG.
The prime
which
example I
should've
try
bought.
explaining
Should've
all the
bought.
time. I don't know, because you're still fixing a car that costs that much new.
Dude, it just came off extended warranty,
Yeah.
and the billionaire who owned it bailed, so I couldn't afford it.
Yeah.
The car was like $20,000. It was mint, and it was probably 7 years old, and it was $10,000 for front brakes.
Yeah, it's just not.
It had double calipers up front. I was like, I better check into how much this cost.
Yeah.
No
and you
bene.
ask the dealership, I get some kind of third party warranty. It's like, oh, no way.
Yeah, no bene, no bene.
So some of that shit gets really crazy.
They'll take $5,000 off just to get it off the lot, so they don't have to.
Just
be
get it. I mean, this
responsible.
car was so cheap. It's because it was about to go to auction price,
Yeah,
basically.
yeah.
Oh, so I talked a few weeks ago, speaking of just dealers trying to get cars off the lot, a few weeks ago regarding how I inquired about a car just for the shits and giggles of it at a dealership.
Yeah.
So it's been a few weeks. I call them. I answered the phone one time. Like, listen, like I was just curious, kind of what you guys had in inventory. Like, I'm not really interested. They're starting to cold call.
Oh, yeah?
What are you looking for?
What do you need?
What do you need?
What dealer?
Do we have in the lot?
What kind of cars?
Bleece.
Okay.
Yeah, Bleece VW. Yeah. I'm not really in the market for anything.
Yeah, this is when you're like, you can be like you can be a fucking
An absolute
vulture
savage,
when
yeah.
they call you.
I
Oh my God, that's like sitting down.
just out of the blue, like a few weeks later, just out of the blue, phone rings. I pick it up.
That's
Hello.
sitting down to pee.
Yeah.
That's what that is. They're calling you.
Hello.
You're in a masterful
Yeah.
position.
Oh, you inquired about a car a few weeks ago? I was like, yeah, I just was curious.
Are you looking for anything?
Yeah, literally anything.
I will take anything.
Yeah. So, it's very interesting that that's happening.
That's pretty wild.
I mean, it's you know, it's the
Do I?
I would say it would trickle down, but it probably whoever owns the dealership, obviously, they want to keep the place open, but it's not necessarily going to trickle down to the employees because, like, at one hand, yeah, you kind of applaud them to get people working again, and
Yeah.
whatnot, but you know, when it's that desperate. That's not. That's
Yeah, the
going for.
desperado.
That's going to the lights. That's
I'm playing nice. Hey, I was just kind of curious. I'm not really in the market right now.
Yeah, but if you
Obviously,
were.
yeah, but if I was, like, we're talking me entering the dealership with their pants all down, like just
You're just gonna douse yourself in lube and head right in there.
Josh, you're going to release this normal time, right? So anybody viewing this live is getting a super special early edition.
Bonus, yeah.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, so this will come out.
Lucky you. You guys sat through an hour of technical difficulties earlier.
Thursday.
Plastic Avenger. Here's the thing: what you just said. He actually just said that they would give him a great deal on used cars. They were going to give me shit for my trade-in, and that's what kind of
they were
had
going
me
to
pump the brakes.
trade?
Yeah.
That's
Like-
how it goes.
Like worth me just keeping and parking in the corner.
Yeah. I got a guy that'll give you crazy money for your trade.
Yeah. So
Jesus. Anybody else have other videos? I got a couple more.
nothing particular. However, we talked. Contribution Chris is a big fan of the back cracking videos. Little chiropractic videos.
Big zingers.
However, the other day he was watching Nürburgring crash fails.
Oh, yeah. Those are very popular. The compilations.
Great videos.
He's watching how he would drive the Nürburgring. Well, he wouldn't go fast enough to crash like that.
He brought that up. He's like, I'd probably go for a taxi ride. Like, I don't think I would drive it myself.
Oh, none of us watched the Papadakis turbo videos, did we?
I did. Yeah, I have it.
Did you watch it?
Yeah,
Was
I
it
have
good?
Yeah, it was good. It was short, sweet, to the point.
7-8 minute breakdown of him
Yeah.
disassembling a turbocharger. Yeah, that was cool.
He manhandles this thing. I mean, I'll get back to the Nürburgring. It's not important, but he manhandles this thing. He pulls out the whole assembly right out of the engine bay. And just
And then there was a very funny part where he was trying to take the impellers apart.
Yep.
And he's like, the guy from Borg Warner told me how to do this. And he's saying that as he's saying that, he's hammering it. And then he just goes, oh, yeah, he said not to hammer it.
Whoops-a-daisy.
But yeah, it's just great to see someone.
Once he spin that fucker off, he splits the turbo.
Oh, yes,
just
but
kind of
completely
exploded
disassembled
view.
it.
Yeah. Check it out. You'll like it for sure. I was so I kept pausing the video at certain points because the wiring harness they have in there is so detailed and so specific.
Just getting in on it. What was it out of the Supra?
Yeah, it was out of the drift. The
Oh, that's
Supra.
cool.
Yeah.
I got to check that out. I
Yeah.
saw that come up, and I just didn't watch it yet.
Yeah.
Okay,
But-
crash videos.
Crash videos, yeah, they're out there. They're funny.
Oh yeah, there's some really good ones.
And the thing is, I'm not a big. I know people get into like the car crash compilations. I'm not trying to see anyone get hurt. They're just kind of bumping walls when actually I'd say 99% of the time it's wet out.
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh yeah. Wet on that part of the track.
Yeah, exactly. Wet on that part of the track. But there was some funny because you see some cars come by and you're like, oh my god, that's it's an S2000
Yeah,
or whatever.
And some big dog shit goes by too. You see some big dog shit crash.
And then you see like a mail truck will come by.
Yeah.
Just or like a bus that just like comes out of the blue.
There are some very funny ones. I seen one, I couldn't remember how or where or whatever, but it was on Instagram. And it was a couple dudes in a Porsche, newer one, and they're all psyched. They were entering from a different entrance, so it wasn't the main one. It was a little weird, so I wasn't quite sure. But cars are zooming by, whatever. They put their card in because you need a card to get on.
Yep.
So they swipe their card and they're ready to go. They're like excited. They're fucking, you can just hear them yapping to each other. They get out there and nothing short of 30 yards, the fucking thing spins and he's up on the curb. Done. Day is done. It's all over.
We talked about how expensive it is to crash there.
Oh, yes.
Actually, I think Misha, when we spoke to Misha,
Right.
kind of backed that up. But there's one gentleman who's in a mid 2000s Civic Si, and he comes around this corner, clips with the curbing, it just goes full up two wheels, rolls the thing, lands on the windshield. He pops out in a matter of seconds, and then must have been like 30 seconds later, his like girlfriend comes climbing out of the car by herself,
Out of the wreckage.
and just comes and then runs to the side, and he's just kind of looking around like, what the hell's going on? Like totally confused.
The ones I've seen a lot of M3s lose it, and I've seen a lot of S2000s lose it.
There was a lot of Z4Ms.
Oh yeah, those are a little hairy.
Yeah.
I know at Thompson, where I used to be a track rat at.
Yeah.
S2000s would crash all the time.
Yeah.
There's just one part under the tunnel. They always lose it.
Which is a bummer.
You can usually loop it.
Yeah.
I think Finger Tight Other Chris looped it there. But he's driving a Porsche, so that's worthwhile.
Yeah.
Not actually. S2000s are badass cars. I can't.
They
hate
are.
S2000s.
They certainly are.
I was talking to Ronan. I've been talking to back and forth about this dude with a turbo 4-rotor FD.
Yes.
The video is called Turbo 4-rotor F1 air shifted sequential blast highway during social distancing. It's fucking crazy.
Good
It's
for
as
him.
crazy as it sounds.
Is this the same one that showed up to the burn yard?
Probably.
Okay.
Mazzetti Formula. It says Mazzi Formula. Mazzei Formula YouTube channel. The car's insane. It's an air shifted sequential on an FD, 4-rotor turbo. The turbo sticking through the fucking hood.
Yeah.
Crazy ass FD going really fast. It's cool to watch just for the noises it makes. You see, they're gonna play around with it a little more. It doesn't shift quite as smooth as an F1 car does, but
Oh, no?
I don't think he has the budget they do. Although to keep a 4-rotor FD running, maybe he does.
Yeah.
It's incredible because I'm so tempted because I love the way they look. I just can't have them because I know it's going to explode on me. We currently have a friend that exploded his.
Yeah. It's not good.
It's just not good.
What was that thing I sent today?
And I want it for that freaking... I
Sounds
want it for
good.
that motor.
Doesn't run good.
Sounds good, doesn't run good. Dude, I want it for the motor. I don't want a V8 in it. I mean, I'm sure it's great and it'll look as good, but I want the silly...
Yeah, you're right.
Right,
I want the
that's-
whole. That
that's
was the
the
whole
appeal.
package.
Yeah,
the whole
that's the
package.
appeal.
Absolutely, dude. So that's where those cars get me, right? They look beautiful, but I want the crazy ass, even the freaking normal, the 13B, the 2. I just want that, But fuck it ain't gonna happen, man. It's gonna explode on me.
I think I just had Papadakis and I had like just generic Nürburgring crash videos.
My last one is just because I'm sad because snowboard season's totally over, despite me being able to snowboard in my backyard Saturday for some reason and then being 60 Sunday.
Yeah.
2020 Sunday in the Park, episode 9. If you like snowboarding, you don't know about the Sunday in the Park videos, God bless. They're like 5 to 9 minute just bear park videos. Yeah, it's fucking awesome. So I think that's the last one. It was just sad to see because it's a bunch of footage they probably put together and didn't get to do anything with. So that season's officially fucked.
Yeah.
What about you, Josh? You got any videos
Sorry,
over there?
Plastic
Yeah, I
Avenger.
got one other one. I haven't
Jesse.
watched the whole thing, but again, Misha put out a video of Team Shermer BMW E36 M3 GTR build. So they're building a ring car. So essentially, I believe it's Apex who Misha works with or works for. The owner there, I can't remember his name, and it doesn't say it there.
Tried something difficult.
Yeah. Well, actually, no. He's an American guy, I believe, that moved over there. But either way, the owner obviously is a huge BMW fan, so he's just building and owning every generation of M3.
Yep.
So he, for whatever reason, how this shook out, the time came for them to fill in the slot for an E36. So they decided to do a full build with
Is it gray or a silver or something?
It's like a silver bluish
Okay.
color.
I saw a picture of it.
And they bought, like I said, I only watched like 3 minutes. Yeah. 3 minutes of the video, but they bought one of the last production CSL S54s.
Oh,
And it's just like brand new, not a single spot of oil or use or anything, and it's sat in there, and it just looks absolutely splendid. And of course, they have that, and there's some Schrick cams sitting on the side of it, and it's got the.
So what you're saying is the budget is just limitless.
It's just unbelievable. I mean, the cars that are in this, like, we'll pull this. I'll play this thing right now. It's on mute, but just some of the cars that are surrounding this E36.
Yeah, that's the one I saw. That's the picture I saw. And I liked it because just the faces of the wheels are mounted.
Yeah.
So for brake ducting and like wheel size and everything.
Yeah. It's just everything's absolutely phenomenal. As you would certainly expect. I can't wait to watch this car really unfold. I'll probably watch this video to find out more and more about it. But I mean, right now it's just the chassis with the cage in there, the motor sitting there, and a lot of parts being mocked up, it looks like. So they'll build stuff around it. But that's going to be one hell of a tosser. If you will.
one hell of a build. How's everything going with your car?
I don't know. It's got a flat now.
Just out of the blue.
It's fine. It's fine.
So we were talking
Eventually.
the other day. So you said you heard from the suspension people. No heard
I did hear back.
incommunicado.
Yep. Apparently they were made, which is good. And
Made is good.
Supposed to get some tracking information this week. Although, I mean, it's only Tuesday. So
Where are we
I haven't
shipping
seen-
from?
I don't know.
Okay.
The company's in Holland. So I don't know if that meant, shipping from Holland. So a couple weeks to get here and then finally to U.S. soil and then to me, or from the U.S. because they do have a U.S. office, but I just don't know. So, or they could even be drop shipped to me directly from there. So I'd suspect I'd see stuff in, I don't know, a week and a half or so, I hope.
Hey, man, I hope so.
Yeah, we'll see. What else we got for videos? Anything?
I am fresh out of videos that
Not
have
done.
anything to do with anything we talk about.
Okay.
Yes, I saw some Cletus McFarlane videos. He blew up his vet, which was funny. I don't know. His
He's
videos-
a riot.
He's
I
funny.
get a kick out of that guy.
His videos are a little too much like FaceTime for me.
Yeah, but he's just
But he's
a
fucking
character.
hilarious.
He's Florida.
Yeah, he's deep Florida.
Yeah.
So he blew his car up
Florida.
like 800 wheel horsepower since he got it.
Yeah.
I don't fucking know.
I just love the design of that, like the thought process there.
I just wish I wish he'd send a rod through the goddamn block, but it didn't happen.
You tell him try harder next time.
He's got to try harder. Well, I don't know what the fuck's happening in the chat room.
I don't know.
I don't know either.
So that's that.
Wait. TDs, he owns the track that's 45 minutes from your house. So how can we get you there? If I
TDs,
ship
get on
you
that
like
track,
a GoPro,
man.
what will happen?
Yeah, buddy. Shit, TD's is our Florida hookup. We
Yeah.
got a couple Florida hookups, don't we?
Yeah, there's a few.
Oh, God, we got to get down there, get in that track. Geez, let's sneak on, baby. Let's
Yeah.
take the green machine. All right, what are we talking now? Where we going? We
Uh,
calling?
Let's see. Yeah, actually, that'd probably be a good idea.
You want to call?
Let's call. Let's
Live
him.
call. Here we go.
We're gonna give him a shout.
Here's your thing. There's your fucking thing there.
For those who don't know, we're gonna live call Blake.
Security. Wait, they got security there?
They got
Come
security?
on. Let's be realistic. Someone broke in the first day. That sounds about right.
TD's, no one's going to stop you, baby. You got this. Run in with that goddamn flamingo on. Uh-oh.
Okay,
We're making a
him.
call.
We calling?
We're calling him.
Who is
Oh, wow.
it?
Sounds
We calling
good.
him?
We're calling him.
Oh, boy.
Blocky.
Balaka?
Block.
Balaka?
Yeah.
Hello.
Hello, Mr. Blake.
What's going on?
What's up,
How you
Blake?
doing? You're live right now on the Revive Motoring
twitching?
podcast.
We're twitching.
We're twitching.
Are you not twitching?
We're twitching.
Hang up
We're-
on the
we're-
hang up on this guy.
twitching. We're YouTubing. We're podcasting. We're doing all of the above.
My God, you guys are such a media company. You've come so far.
We're so close. We were so close to video chatting, Blake, but I just couldn't make it
We're just
happen,
not
man.
there yet. Yeah.
In our
Eventually.
pre-party. Tried to make it happen in the pre-party this time. Couldn't happen.
I wish I knew. Yeah, I'm such an old man because, like, when you guys say you're doing all these things, I'm like, I know 5% of what they're talking about.
There we go. We didn't know anything about live streaming until like 2 weeks ago, man.
Yeah, we still really don't. We're just guessing.
And it saved the podcast last week.
It did. It absolutely did.
Because last week we decided we were going to make Twitch save our podcast instead of it just have it go away, which is we should have done in the first place. And then Josh forgot to press record.
Yep.
So we pulled the audio off Twitch. Here we are.
Worked out.
Oh, really? No
Oh, yeah.
kidding.
See, and I held it well.
Wow.
Poker face.
Didn't even know.
Yeah. At one point, Josh makes a comment that alludes to what's going on.
Yes, yes.
But we did. Yeah. No, but we got to the end and Josh was like, well, boys, we had about 10 minutes of that podcast recorded.
Well, I'm not gonna lie. Like, I keep looking at my phone to make sure I'm not like being video recorded right now.
No, you are.
You know.
You look
Yeah.
beautiful.
Put some pants on next time.
Perfect.
Yeah, Jesus.
Yes, you are audibly live.
Perfect.
And speaking of live, what's going to happen this weekend?
Yeah, what's going
gonna
on?
What's live right now?
Knowing
but
this
what's
is
gonna
coming out
happen
Wednesday.
live this weekend?
All right. So I don't know if any of you guys have heard about this, but there is a car show this weekend. And you don't even have to leave your homes, which is cool because you follow all the rules.
Right, exactly. That's
so-
what we're about.
virtualdustoff.com is happening on Sunday, April 26th. So what we're going to do is from now until Thursday,
Ooh.
we're going to do Wednesday, but I know Chuck sort of before this beat me up a little bit and said, no, let's do it for Thursday. For
Special
all of our,
revival
our-
extension.
Yeah. For
Just
for
like the
folks
pills you
who-
buy in a gas station.
Extends.
Rhino 9000.
So,
It really
from now until Thursday at midnight, folks can go to virtualdustoff.com, register. You'll get an email where you then have to follow up and submit your pictures. All of the pictures need to be in by Thursday at midnight.
Okay.
So your registration is great. Thank you. That means that you've paid us. And then after that, you have to load your pictures so that your car will be in the show.
Okay.
Thursday at midnight is the last night to do that. Main show is all the regular Volkswagen and Audi classes. Spectator class is hosted by you guys truly, the Revival Motoring podcast.
Oh, Jesus.
we've got quite a listing of folks who have signed up for that.
For
Oh,
the
that's-
spectator class, I'm
that's
so
terrible.
excited to see that.
And then we've got a work in progress class that is not judged. So that's just for people who are building their cars who couldn't make it to Dust Off this year. If you wanna submit, please do. It's $1 for spectator. It's $1 for work in progress, and it's $5 to enter the show. We encourage folks to do the T-shirt registration combo, which is $25.
$25 for
So-
a T-shirt and registration is the hottest deal going right now.
Highway robbery.
And you know what?
Yeah, I was gonna say we
we're
charge
taking a-
$25 for t-shirts alone.
Yeah, you don't get to register to anything.
That shirt's
and-
looking very tight, buddy. We get it up on the screen
and-
right now.
And
Hey, can we have one?
That's
I ain't
not
trying
all.
to pay.
that's not all.
What? Wait,
free
hold
ship-
on. Wait,
free
there's
shipping.
more.
There's more?
Wait, there's more.
But wait, there's more. The government's giving away free money. Free money!
I'm going to hit it with you. Use your Trump box to buy a T-shirt registration, and I'll throw in the shipping.
You're going to throw in the shipping.
Yeah.
Is that free shipping?
Free shipping. We took a cue from Humble Supply Co. Free shipping.
I think Blake's shirt's going to be in the package because he's losing his shirt by doing this.
Yeah, Blake is losing his goddamn shirt.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Blake, can you address the rumors that if this goes well, the Dust Off will always be virtual? Is the shirt free if you
well-
do the whole event from the shower?
Yes.
You're
There you go.
The,
stumping them there.
So from now until Thursday at midnight, you guys can register for the show. From Thursday at midnight until Sunday morning at 9 a.m., the website will just have sort of, if you go there, it'll just say, hey, come back Sunday at 9.
Give
At 9 a.m., the gates open.
Yep.
So people can flock to the website at 9 a.m. and you will then be able to enter the show and check everything out. So there'll be an interactive map of the track with icons of each of the cars for each of the classes. So you'll see, a Mark I Rabbit, and you'll be able to click that, and you'll go into all the Mark Is. You'll click on a silhouette of a bug, and you'll go in and see all of the air.
See Blake's
pools.
car.
Only
Yeah.
Blake's car wins.
And so there'll be galleries of all the photos for people who submitted. And throughout the day, you can just, there's no real time limit on going in and checking everything out. What happens is at 3:00, there will be an awards ceremony in the middle of the track, subject to change based on Cardinal Creative's placement. But at 3:00 will be the awards ceremony. So the winners, the first place and runners up for each class will be announced at that time. And then if you're in a particular class, if you want to go to the air-cooled class, you'll be able to see those winners highlighted in that class as well. So so it's going to be pretty cool.
Wait, we got breaking news that there's going to be a chat room.
That's what
Well-
we're seeing.
Is there going to be a chat room?
There, not that I know of.
Uh,
That's not what I just heard.
And I quote, Blake doesn't even know.
I don't even know.
Oh man, we get developers in our chat room. This just in, there's a chat room from Foundation Blue. I believe they run the event. There we go. Oh,
All right, I
It's
like it.
no
I like
Mark
it.
III's in the chat room though, huh?
So speaking of Foundation Blue, great segue, Chuck. On Saturday, April 25th,
Laps for
Chuck and a special guest are going to be hosting the Charity Laps for Jesus.
Oh my God, I believe I have unwittingly roped Jingles the Clown into it with me and expect a pro golf vibe.
Oh, 100%. I want the
What-
whispers.
What's so funny is, so I put a post out today on Facebook just to remind people to go sign up for that, and I didn't even know how to tag him, so I just wrote "and special guest."
Hey, we'll take special guest. Yeah, we are currently technically trying to figure out how that's going to work, but it could be terrible. No, and expect it to be terrible. The laps will be great, but the commentary is going to be terrible. But we'll have a chat room. I don't know how. Is there going to be a chat room in that Foundation Blue? I know Foundation Blue's in that chat room. I think they need a chat room as well.
I think there will be
Yes.
because they're going to stream it on Twitch, so there should be a chat room.
Oh yeah, there is going to be a
Yeah,
chat room
yeah.
in that as well. If there's anything we've learned over this this terrible COVID containment thing, is that chat rooms have come back with a vengeance
Chat
in
rooms
our
are
lives.
alive and well nowadays.
Just a quick shout out to Chuck for that amazing branding, because we have our T-shirt called Cars in Containment.
Yep.
Chuck just used the word containment, which means you guys should all go buy T-shirts.
Yeah, the
thank-
shirts are very tight. The shirts are very
I dig the colorway.
yeah.
Yeah.
and they're not controversial at all. Because who wants a controversial shirt for a car show?
Nobody.
No sponsors, no people, no one, not
Dude.
a single person.
I got the shirt up on the page right now on our little Twitch stream. In it is beautiful. It is definitely very virtual.
Yes, it is. It is.
Would you say it has a 90s vibe?
Yeah, like if Max Headstrom had a T-shirt, that's what it would have been for some of the old heads who might be listening to this. Josh, you could probably relate.
Jeez.
Max
Yes.
Headstrom.
I know who that is. Yes.
All right,
Thanks.
good.
Thanks, Blake.
Yeah.
Thank you, Blake.
But yeah, so it's going to be a really awesome weekend. And so the charity laps start on Saturday, and it's kind of like the 24-hour Le Mans, because the final race is going to be
Same but different.
Sunday at noon. The final races are going to be Sunday at noon.
So
during the show.
it starts Saturday and we just keep racing
Wait,
until Sunday at noon.
Do I
Is
have
that
to
what you're-
do I have to commentate for like 36 hours? What the fuck?
Yeah, consider it practice for the podcast that you boys are going to be on for 4 weeks straight.
Dude,
the
People
telethon.
start maxing out their credit cards.
I know a lot of people have been saving up the Trump bucks to make us suffer, but it's going to take an entire allotment of Trump bucks once we break 5 hours to keep us on for another hour.
Oh yeah, it's only going to go up, but we'll talk about that later.
Yeah, I mean the
Jesus.
revival coin, which is what I invested all my Trump bucks in. I'll probably use one or two of those to.
Dude, revival coin's huge right now. The money, it's worth so much money right now.
It's so many ducats.
Yeah, so hot right now. Revival coin is
yeah.
so hot right now. So hot right now.
So to recap for all the people who don't want to listen to me rambling, you have until Thursday at midnight to register and upload the photos of your cars. Saturday, we'll start the races, the charity laps for Jesus. Sunday, 9 a.m., gates open. Noon will be the finals for the races, and 3 o'clock will be the awards for the show.
So where is everybody going to find this? You'll go to Virtual Dust Off on
Yeah, it's
you know,
just going to
at
be right
whatever
there.
time that and everything from there.
That's it. virtualdustoff.com. One-stop shop.
Now at 4 o'clock, is that when the complaint form goes up for the judging?
Yeah. So at 4 o'clock, we post Joe Booth's home address, phone number, and social security number, mother's maiden name, and folks can do what they will with that information.
There we go. That's who you're going to complain to. Know that we are 100% ready to be bribed. We've seen some really, really good basis of bribings, correct?
Yeah.
Some good tagging. We appreciate Photoshop, bribery. I think that's it.
I'll do it for food.
Corey will do it for food. We'll
Yeah,
give you
some
our
DoorDash,
address.
maybe DoorDash coupons.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'll give you my address. You can just send it right there.
Grubhub, order us some shawarma.
Mike subs. Yeah, that's what I was thinking.
Just
right?
have it sent here.
Dude, that's the way.
So to get this straight, so everybody who's listening on Twitch, you can go register right now. You're hearing this. Everybody who watches on YouTube, sorry, it's too late. Everybody who listens to the audio when it comes out on Thursday,
You'll have one day.
you have today till 11:59 p.m. And I'd suggest you go a little bit earlier so it gets in there. But today will be your last day to sign up for Virtual Dust Off. So visit virtualdustoff.com, buy yourself a shirt, log on, submit some pictures,
Hit Blake up on Instagram.
hit Blake on Instagram, ask him to pay you for something.
Yeah, he will.
Go, even for $1, join the spectator lot because it's going to be hilarious and we want to see everybody. Bring it. Bring them
And
out.
there's going to be a chat room. So, what's better than that? Spend your whole day on there. It's going to be like a day plus long Revival Motoring podcast, which may happen soon.
Yeah, basically. What else are you doing at home? Just go. If you're into cars, it's a place for everybody to convene, to chat, to have some fun, look at some pictures. You can make fun of, us while we're judging the spectator.
If we look at
something,
our chat room it loosely follows the podcast. all the DJ stuff I've been doing, it's just car bullshit. The whole chat room and this, I mean, dust off, man. That's going to be serious. Virtual dust off chat room. I think we should have a chat room in the real one. Whoa.
Yo,
Frank, you redoing the house there, buddy?
Salt Bay in the background.
Yeah. Yep.
Jesus.
I have a
All right.
3-year-old who found a mixing bowl. So,
Oh, I love the mixing
that's
bowl.
wonderful.
yeah.
We'll let you handle that baking situation.
Yeah, give me some cookies,
And
though.
then you and Cardinal can continue to plug away on building that whole website and making everything work because it's coming soon.
Can't wait.
Yeah. Again, big shout out to those guys because I've done nothing. They literally took my crazy idea and said, "Yeah, we can do that." So anyway,
Hey,
big
Blake,
shout out to Cardinal Creative.
When are we going to be able to judge the spectator lot? Because I definitely want to stream that live. It's going to be hilarious.
Yes.
Yeah, so we can talk offline about that. But yeah, you guys will be able to judge. You can judge it live.
Yeah, we're going to Twitch judge.
that
'Cause
day
we can
if
share
you
the
want.
screen and have the audio.
What if I'm judging in the championship race?
Yeah, because I got to be commentating.
You can. I'm sure you'll be able to smoke those fools pretty quick. So
Yeah, that's
try
true.
around 12:15.
Yeah.
You can hop over to the live judging.
We're going to have to be
judge.
together to judge, are we not?
We'll have to figure that
that's
out.
my understanding.
Yeah, I think so. I don't know.
Okay, so we're going to have to. So this weekend, we're going to have to be here
We're
at
gonna have
one
to
point
figure-
judging this thing.
Well,
Yes.
yeah.
Bring the
potentially.
sleeping bags, boys.
Jingles, drive down here. We'll do the announcements from the studio here. It'll be perfect.
I'd love to.
Yeah, Blake, you're good, man. We can put you in the other room.
Yeah.
I know, but I have to cross 2 state borders to get to you, even though I live in the same state.
Yeah, but that
'Cause
means
I
you're
have to
good.
go.
14
Yeah.
days, call it off.
Yeah, you're
No,
fine.
go over the bridges, you cheap bastard.
Do you want the $4 when you get here?
Oh, bridges. Oh,
Jesus.
that's not how I'm spending my Trump bucks.
I was gonna say,
I'm not
Listen
paying
there.
the
Listen
state
up,
or
pal.
$8
Oh.
to go.
all his money's
See you
gone.
guys.
All his money's gone because of the free shipping.
Yeah, it's a free shipping. Shirt off
Yeah.
his back.
That's
We'll get you a
very true.
Greyhound here.
All right, Blake, I got to pee. Bye, buddy.
all right. Thanks, guys.
We'll
Love
talk to you
Blake.
soon, Blake.
See ya.
Good luck.
Talk to you soon.
Everybody go visit virtualdestoff.com.
Virtual dust.
See you, buddy.
Love Blake. Oh, you just hung up as he said bye. I
Just
like
hung
that.
up on him.
I like that. That's a power move. Should we call young Ben while Corey's
I don't know. Let's in the chat room. Everybody wants to call Young Ben?
Yeah, does anybody want a
Let's-
young Ben
let's,
update? Last time he
let's
did
see.
something dumb, remember? He was like getting emergency dental surgery
Yeah,
because he had an itch in
I
his bum.
forgot.
Yeah, there's a lot of love for young Ben.
We'll go give him a quick shout.
Yeah, we'll give young Ben a quick shout because young Ben can't be here. Although I think 6 weeks of declining COVID, we'll be able to get him back. His rear bolt is leaking. Paul McGrath with the hard no on the young Ben. I like that he picks up every time. Well, maybe not
let's
this
see.
time.
It's let's give him a shout. We'll see.
Send him a call there. Oh man, itchy as hell. Lice in this bitch. Go back to Maine, get our TD's pick up.
Hey,
Young Ben, what's up, man?
not much.
You surviving
How
out
about you?
there?
Yeah,
Where you at?
my house.
Oh man.
How's the tooth situation?
Yeah, I didn't know that you were going to be calling today.
Yeah, that's because it's fucking Tuesday. And we didn't tell
Oh
him.
shit! Yeah, it's a surprise. how's the tooth situation going?
Oh, fine.
Yeah.
What
Is it
about
all
the-
better?
What about the bolt?
Yeah.
Yeah,
Did you
what?
figure the bolt out? Did it hold? Remember, you thought you figured it out before. The leak.
Oh, yeah, it's fine.
Really? It held.
Yeah.
God bless. God bless. You've been driving around.
That's
You've been staying
positive.
safe. What's going on?
I've been staying safe.
Yeah. Nothing happened. What's going on in the neighborhood right now? We got power.
Yeah.
Ah, that's a big plus. Big plus.
So I guess that covers it.
Are they making you repeat school? What's up with your school?
I'm still doing it online.
Still doing it online. Shit. So you're not going to have a graduation or anything though, right? That's why they're going to make you redo high school in its entirety.
They said they're going to do something in the summer or maybe the fall. I don't know.
Oh, great! Because we have to go to your graduation. Are you going to still have your senior project presentation? Because
I'm not doing the presentation. We just send in the PowerPoint we make.
wow, that is. Can you send us the PowerPoint at least? Share it with the fans.
We got to send him some photos too, by the way.
Yeah, I need photos.
We gonna send Ben photos?
Yeah, just to help him update his project.
Oh yeah, we'll send you all the best photos, man. You guys, the fans out there want to send us some photos to send young Ben. Please do. Send them in. Shit, I don't know. There's not really too much going on.
Yeah, I guess that covers it.
We just miss you out here. We got a whole new software suite for you to run when you come back.
Did you ask him how his teeth is?
Yes, teeth is fine.
Teeth are good.
Teeth are good?
Teeth are good. As John Sayers put it, the wet bolt is just fine.
Yeah, the wet bolt had
Wet
been
bolt's
solved.
good.
Oh, yeah. Chuck, I still can't. I'm trying to look for cheaper adapters because
Cheap adapters aren't a great idea.
they're not for long. I'm talking to MR1.
Okay, yeah, you gotta talk to Nick because he'll tell you probably not to buy really cheap adapters because I think that's the only thing holding the wheels on your car.
No, do not buy cheap adapters, please. Jesus.
This Young Ben's got some hot boy wheels going on.
Did you get Trump Box? You got Trump Box, right?
Yeah, you get some.
No.
You get
Well, your parents are lying to you if they said you didn't get a Trump box for everybody.
yeah.
I'm over 18. You don't get it if you're over 18.
Wait, what do you mean?
I'm 36.
No.
No, I was claimed as a dependent on their taxes.
Yeah, but that means they get $500 for you.
Yeah.
I'm not trying to sell your parents out. I love your parents. All right, no, they don't.
Yeah. No Trump Bucks.
Matter of fact, yeah.
Just don't buy cheap adapters, please.
His Trump bucks went to the insurance.
Those Trump bucks are for the wheels I'm selling them, all right? You guys back the fuck off. Buy the cheapest adapters you can.
How much you charge for these wheels? I'll go up $100.
You're up a Hondo?
Yeah.
Dude, I mean, I could probably sell them on the chat room right now, but I told the man he could have them. Well, young Ben, don't buy cheap adapters because that's scary because then the stud's going to break off and you're going to end up in a rock. You know how rocks are.
Yeah, we've been there before. We don't want to be there again. Thanks, young Ben. We'll talk to you soon.
Yeah, young Ben, you're the best. Take it easy.
Later, buddy.
Be safe. Don't crash.
I won't. Bye.
That guy always brings the energy.
He really does. That guy's a ball out.
Yeah.
It's like eating a whole
Literally
turkey.
brings the ruckus.
Just eating a whole turkey.
Are we going to call TDs or what?
Yeah, we got to call TDs too.
We're gonna call
if
TDs?
adapters aren't $300, they're cheap. Yeah, that's true.
Yeah, that's true. It's just adapters sketch me out so much that I just refuse to even fuck with them.
Yeah.
Just never. Just not going to happen.
Oh, this girl wants to know what I'm selling them. I'm
I-
selling some AC Schnitzer type
I
2s, I
adapted
think.
for quite some time.
Yeah,
Do you have TD's number? I think I have TD's
I don't know
number.
if I have TD's number.
All right, hold on.
I.
No, I'm not going to call. My phone fucks up when we do it.
Okay.
Yeah, there's just the theory behind
No,
it.
I don't have TD's number. How are we going to call TD's? Call them on an Instagram video chat.
Yeah, Adapt Tech. I hear you. Yep.
TD's, we don't have your phone number somehow, even though you put it in the chat room multiple times. Call Tony?
TD's just dropped it in there again.
Yeah, TD's. Who are you going to call, TD's? He's going to verbally assault you if you call TD's at the wrong time. He might be making a ham.
Better not fuck with my boy.
Oh, man. Call Tony? Should we call Tony, man? I haven't talked
No.
to Tony in a long time. Oh, solid.
goes-
No.
No. Can he talk? Tony,
we're
can
gonna-
you talk yet?
No, we're gonna call Tony for the 36-hour podcast because he's gonna account for about 32 of those hours.
Oh. Wow. You just hurt that guy's feelings, Josh. You hurt that guy's feelings. Jeez. Oh, man.
Let's hope TD's gave us the right number.
Of course he did, man. Gotta miss TD's.
That would have been funny if he didn't.
Jeez. Is it doing anything? Do you pay a bill?
It's just not ringing.
Oh, there it is. That's that Florida connection time. It's 15-second delay.
Jesus.
Oh, there it is. That's that Florida connection time.
Oh,
Oh, TD's, turn the volume down.
Oh, Jesus Christ.
Oh, man,
that was too much.
That would have gone so bad.
Oh, man. I have to mute my TV and everything.
Oh, man. Oh, we're on the TV? What up?
Jeez.
Yeah. You're on the TV. You're on the iPad.
Shit, you got a
I got
ham
a
going or
fucking
what?
setup.
Is you cooking a ham?
No, I just ate Sloppy Joe's. It's all over the Action Bronson T-shirt. I'm pissed.
You going sloppy Joe? Oh, man, hit that with a little bleach, send it back to me, I'll reprint it.
Little shout.
No, I was just gonna suck on the T-shirt.
Yeah.
You should have known what to
That's all,
expect
but-
in the name of the sandwich.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, sloppy's right there, man. It's no mystery.
It's right there.
What's up, man? What's up in Florida? You warm down there? What's happening?
Oh yeah, it's fucking 85 today or something like that. Sorry, everybody up north.
It was 80. It was 85 and sunny.
Yeah, it wasn't that here today, man. So what's up? You outside working on the car today, right?
Yeah, I took about 5 minutes to do something, and then I got tired, drank beer, and then did about 5 more minutes, and then I was good.
That's the most Florida thing I've ever heard.
Drank a beer.
Work for about 5 minutes. So what have you been doing to keep yourself busy?
Walking outside for 5 minutes, drinking a beer, walking back inside.
That's my guy.
No. I mean, thankfully we've been. I've still had a job, so I've been doing that, drawing a lot, basically. Thinking about all the parts I need to order from FCP Euro. Shout out. And,
Shouts to FCP Euro.
Waiting to figure out if Wolfscart is still going to be a thing because I need to get up there.
Yeah, I think all of us are in the same boat.
Yeah,
being canceled.
Yeah,
I'm very sad about that. So it's going to be the first year. I haven't been there since 2014.
It was also top secret that you were going to be up here for Dustorf, weren't you, buddy?
What was that?
You were trying to get up here for Dustorf, weren't you?
Oh yeah. I was going to surprise Blake and everything, but fucking Ronas.
Fucking Ronas, man. TDs.
Well,
yeah, we miss you, buddy. I mean,
always next year.
we're all hoping for Wolfscart, man. I don't know what's going to happen for that, but even just if it's not even a big everybody in car show, if everybody goes up to Vermont and just bullshit around for a little bit, I don't know.
Oh, I'm so down. Vermont was so freaking beautiful. Like it is. Everywhere else is so much cooler than flat ass Florida.
Oh, Florida.
Yeah, Florida does suck. I'm sorry, man.
We're not going to beat around the bush here.
Yeah.
Florida's hard. Florida's hard to work.
Yeah, we'd love to have you up here north.
It's sunny. It's like it's sunny, but is it really though? Like it's sunny, then it rains, and then it's even hotter, and then you can't do anything. So I'm just stuck inside because your boy's trying not to sweat.
Of course,
TDs, how far are you from Carol Baskin?
I can't say.
Fucking Carol
Is it a
Baskin.
is it a relative?
Where her husband is.
Yeah. Is it a relative?
I plead the fifth as well.
Oh no. TD's, how's TD's art going, man? I see you pumping out some jams over there. What's going on over there? You doing well?
I got a few things done. I just finished up my boy's TSX.
Okay.
A tastefully modified TSX.
No such thing, but I appreciate you doing it for him.
Tag us.
It was literally just lowered on wheels and that's it. So it was cool.
Well, that's pretty good.
But yeah, I've just been. I fell off for a little bit just because shit at the fan, but I'm getting back into it. I just drew a 280Z.
Oh, I love those things.
Cool.
Yeah, planning on doing a 300Z, a 350Z, shit like that. So
Getting through the Z's.
I still got some posters too. If anybody wants a poster, DM me.
Yeah, hit
I
TD's
got
up,
a
man.
30M3 and a 964 911.
And you do
So-
commissions, right? They tell you, they send you a picture, you make it happen.
Yeah. Anything's possible.
Yeah, we
What,
That's drinking Hennessy. Then it's probably not
Anything's
possible.
possible.
Anything. What? Where can they find you on Instagram?
Well, if you guys haven't said my name enough, it is at TDs, TEEDEEES, and then the art page is TDs.art, A-R-T. Find my OnlyFans at onlyfans.com/TDs are out.
TDs are out.
Yeah, we got some TD's art. We got that page up there now, man. It's looking
Oof.
it's looking pretty tight right now. Look at that portion.
Yeah,
huh?
it's looking pretty all right. I need to learn some more shit, but
Dude, just getting
it's
out
all
there.
process.
That's what it's about. Getting out there, learning a new skill. It's fantastic, man.
Yeah.
Well, we're proud of you, buddy.
Yeah,
We're proud of you.
Keep
Thank you,
keep
thank
it
you.
moving. We hope to cross paths soon. Someday we'll share ham together.
Yeah, we definitely share a
Oof.
spiral ham.
It is going to be the thickest piece of ham.
So
Yeah.
goddamn thick. Listen, if Wolfscar happens, we'll have it. We'll make it.
Wolfscar
We'll have rum ham.
You bet your ass I'm showing up in that suit.
I hope so.
Yeah, we figured. Yeah, that
Yeah.
wasn't even a question.
Yeah, absolutely. No, we need you.
All right, buddy. Stay safe.
All right.
Be well.
Yeah, thanks, TDs, for checking in,
Always.
buddy.
Have fun.
Later.
We'll try. Later.
See ya.
God, what a wonderful man.
Good guy, that guy.
Top
Wonderful
guy.
man.
Top guy.
All right, gentlemen.
What are we doing?
We covered the calls.
We covered the
We
calls.
covered the news. We covered the
Covered the news.
callbacks.
We covered the. Do you want to cover our telethon information?
Um,
Yeah, give me that cord back.
I was thinking
After.
of
Let's do it later.
Do that after.
Yeah, let's make a way for it, huh?
I had some closing thoughts, if you will. So that's where I was going to discuss that sort of stuff.
Josh is closing.
Closing thoughts.
All right, buddy.
Let's get into cars of the 90s.
Ooh, perfect.
Cars of the 90s.
Oh, yeah, we're doing cars of the 90s tonight. We didn't mention that earlier, did we?
Cars of the 90s. I think I did.
I think Josh did. Yeah.
I think for the first time ever. I usually don't say what
Wow.
episode number it
We
is
did
or what
mention
we're
it.
doing, but yeah, I think we did it at the top of the hour, if you will. So here we go. Cars in the 90s. Everybody in the chat room, feel free to chime in. I'm sure you're going to agree, disagree with some, and come up with some other ideas outside the box. So
I'd like to start with a note that I stumbled upon to my favorite 90s car whilst researching.
You didn't know about it prior?
I knew about it, but hadn't thought about it for a while. And then as the story got deeper, because I went down a fucking K-hole, it just got better and better and better. So,
do you want to start with that?
no, that
Okay.
I'm
Okay.
ending with it.
We need to fluff up to that.
The Geostorm. Yeah, thank you, John Stairs. Unfortunately, not the storm. No. Well, that's going to be my last one. If you guys, even if you got the car that brings it up, I went pretty deep.
Josh?
Sorry, I was getting distracted by the chat room again, even though I was looking for some cars that people are already mentioning. 96 Golf Harlequin. I can't even say that correctly. Geostorm.
Geostorm.
Somebody wrote $10 for Josh's number. Oh, that's TD's. He's trying to sell my phone number.
Where we going, Josh?
Let's who wants to start?
I'll go first.
You want to start?
Yeah,
Okay.
take it away.
All right. Car on my bedroom wall. Was really into it, especially when I was a young car lad. You know what I mean? You don't know all the specs yet. You just know what you see.
You just know.
And I'm back into it.
Yeah.
I need y'all to know. And I didn't hold any punches. I didn't put any normal person. No, there are no Porsche cars on this list.
My
There
list is
actually.
only pores.
I was
Okay,
gonna
good,
say,
good,
I
good.
have some-
Pores only.
I have a mix of pores.
All right, so we're going Ferrari F50.
Okay.
Literally bedroom wall.
Yeah.
F50, that model number was F130, which is hilarious, which makes the, not the Enzo, but their new thing, the F150, which
Yeah.
is hilarious. They made it from 95 to 97. 4.7 liter V12 called the Tipo F130B. It's a 60 valve V12.
66.
60.
Wow.
5 valve cylinder.
Holy shit.
It was developed from their 3.5 liter V12 from their F1 car in 1990. So they just, stroked out their 3.5 to a 4.7 and put it in a street car. It made 512 horsepower, 347 foot-pounds of torque with an 8,500 RPM red line, and it weighed 3,000 pounds.
The weight's the most impressive part for me.
Yeah, it looks heavy. So I'll admit, F40 is amazing, wild to look at, but damn, you look at that F50, man, that's got some classic lines. It's got a screaming V12.
Yeah.
You watch Harry's newest video, he's like, yeah, the car I didn't like that meets your hero, F40.
Yeah.
So F50, man, and it got 8 miles a gallon.
So incredibly efficient.
Incredibly efficient.
Yeah.
They made 349 of them, and the MSRP was a very light $487,000. It was
Woodside credit.
Yeah, and it was Woodside Credit's going to hit you a signing bonus and a shoe deal.
Yeah.
And it was the last big hypercar that Enzo was fully involved in.
And it looks just
Yeah, the LaFerrari is the F-150. But the it's just quintessentially 90s poster wall, badass screaming V12.
It's like they took the F40 and just started rounding off all the edges. Just kind of
Absolutely.
a little more round here, a little more slopey here, a little more, finesse.
modernized. They
And the
modernized
40 was
it
kind
bit.
of a modernized like concept design they had late 80s and spiky. I love the way those cars look.
Yeah.
But the 50 something, man.
It's something special. It's certainly
car.
special.
And this is one, the F50. It's one of the only Ferraris that I would take in white.
Okay. That brings me to my next question. Did they come in any other color besides red?
Yeah, so they came in a couple colors. I was looking at the distribution, but they were primarily red, if we're being honest.
Yeah, as most are. Also, how many were made? Do we know?
Yeah, 349.
349.
Oh, did you say that? My bad.
That's all right. I'm here to repeat, baby. Yeah, and they did make some drop tops as well.
Wait, scusi?
Yeah, they made
A drop top?
They made some roadsters. I don't know
Some
how many.
removable
I
or-
actually didn't research that.
Is it, what would be the better, would it be Targa topped?
Yeah, it's a Targa.
Yeah. So essentially.
Well, no, there's. Yeah, it's a little better than a Targa, but anyways,
Open top.
It's an open top. I'm trying to pull up a picture for our viewers, even though I'm sure all of them know what it looks like.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. Here we go. Here's a bit of a couleur popularity. Rosso Corsa Red.
Yep.
302 of those made.
Wow. So there was 349 and 302 of them were red.
Giallo Modena Yellow.
Cocaine Dream Machine.
31.
31.
Rosso Barchetta Dark Red.
Also red.
8 of them.
I bet that dark red looks nice. It's like a fine wine.
Argento Nürburgring, also known as silver. 4.
A silver F50?
And Nero Daytona black.
Yeah. So no white.
4. No white.
No white. The black, though.
There have been some painted white.
I was going to say there has to be some painted because I've seen.
Actually, that was a dumb question because I've seen a black one. We both have in person at Audrey out in.
I just put the smallest picture of a white one.
Yeah.
Ever. Yeah. They're. God, the white's so good.
That's the thing. White on this car, like it just seemingly fits pretty good.
Yeah, but I mean
maybe because
red.
I'm
Come
hopping.
on.
I don't know. Maybe it's because I'm hovering back to my days of like Need for Speed 1 or 2 or whatever it was, where you could get an F50 and it just
you painted
have a
any
white
color
one
into
there.
this?
Tough
and
to
it was
drive
just-
on Need for Speed.
It was very difficult to drive. I think anything was difficult to drive. Even more difficult to actually see all those pixels.
JP Shine works with the Cyclone. Oh, God, I love the Cyclone. My neighbor has one.
Yeah.
God damn it! That's one of my cars.
That's what he said it, man. You got to bring the info.
Well, I get some info on that.
So you're going right to Cyclone. So
I'll go
F50,
right
I'm
now.
out.
Yeah. So where is my GMC Cyclone? The GMC Cyclone is a high-performance version of the GMC Sonoma, produced in 1991 by GMC. The Cyclone spawned the similarly powered Typhoon.
The Typhoon's mine. The Cyclone sucks.
Typhoon came 92-93, which was the SUV. The Cyclone was the pickup truck. Let's see. 1991, 2,995 produced. Front engine, 4-wheel drive, 4.3 liter turbo V6. It's a square truck.
It is something, man. My neighbor doesn't have a Cyclone. They have a Typhoon.
Oh man, I'm just looking now. 2 special editions were made.
More special than it?
2 special edition Cyclones were made, offered by third parties. Just think of, I mean, anybody in the chat, I'm sure some of you will probably know, but I think this is absolutely hilarious, and that is the Marlboro edition Cyclone.
Oh, the Marlboro one.
Marlboro, yeah.
So let's see. The special edition Marlboro Cyclone was the grand prize for the 10 winners of the Marlboro Racing 1992 contest. All 10 trucks were provided to American Sunroof Company, by Shindota Design in conjunction with
American Sunroof Company? That's how you know it's a legitimate competition.
with the help of Larry Shinoda, designer of the Corvette Stingray and Boss Mustang, and transformation of the originally black Cyclones took place. Marlboro Cyclone custom features included ASC converted the roof to a Targa-style roof, so they chopped the top, if you will.
Wait, on a pickup truck?
On a pickup truck.
Dude, it is so good.
ASC installed a slide-down rear window assembly. Tonneau cover, Boyd Coddington Cobra wheels, I guess, were put on there.
Oh, boy.
It was colored with PPG Hot Licks red paint. White strobe stripes provided by Graphic Concepts. Recaro leather seats with Simpson 5-point.
Dude, I'm
racing
having
harness.
hot licks just looking at this thing.
Custom Momo steering wheel, sound system upgrades, Beltec suspension lowered the truck by 3 inches. But that is one of my favorites.
side shot?
Dude, that side shot. I mean, I was out on the Cyclone and I was a Typhoon man. I'm back in on the Cyclone.
This brings you back in.
Unless they make a cigarette version of the Typhoon, in which case I'm back in.
TD's, he just said I might do that to the Mark IV. He could make a mean Newport.
Dude, if you just took the color it is and make it Newport,
Yeah.
make it that
Oh,
menthol
man.
cruiser,
Yeah.
son.
Them long slims.
Oh my god.
Them slim menthol.
That nicotine hitter.
Dude, I'll print you the graphics. I mean, Jesus,
Ship
I'll
it
send them
to you.
down there.
Yeah. Wow, that's
but
something special.
That's something,
the,
Josh.
The Cyclone. And my goodness, does the Marlboro Cyclone
All right, it does it for
bring
me.
it? Yeah.
It does it for me.
Oh, it's amazing. Yeah, so that's my
Corey,
first
are
one.
yours all going to be different Fox bodies? Or?
Yes, every single one is a different variant of the '90s Fox bodies.
There we go.
I only had 3 years to choose, so I really had to kind of work together here.
Reel it in.
No, actually, my first one was my very first car. It was 1998 Volkswagen Jetta, specifically the K2 edition. Now, I know the old chat room here is really going to enjoy this. Everyone's going to get their rocks off. But this car really introduced me to the world of one, Volkswagen, but also two, that like a car isn't just a car. There are other variants of that car. So that led me down the rabbit hole of, well, what the hell is a K2 edition? Because at the time, I didn't have no idea. I bought it because I wanted a Jetta, I wanted it to be white, and I wanted it to be a manual.
And it came with a
Right.
bike.
Jesus.
Right?
Absolutely.
What's up?
No, I searched K2 Jetta, and for some reason, it brought up a child's three-wheeler.
A child's three-wheeler?
Yeah.
That's all the same. I mean, it's same horsepower rating at 115 on the best day. But anyway, it was...
the child's toy won't rust nearly as fast.
nowhere near as
Actually,
fast.
child's toy is probably worth more money right now.
So I bought the car and I get in it and I'm just like looking around. I'm just enamored by all these different little details, like the finer details that were inside the car, like red stitched e-brake handle and shifter boot and steering wheel, and there's a golf ball shift knob, and it's all this stuff. And it really kind of opened up this world of what's out there for this.
Yeah.
It had all these other things on it that I wasn't really aware of until I started diving down this rabbit hole of Vortex and learning more about the car. So it was really, this was the door opener.
This is your gateway drug into the Volkswagen
Exactly.
world.
Just
Absolutely.
into cars in general.
Yeah.
Just I was always into cars, but never.
Yours
it
was white
white.
with TSW Venoms on it,
Oh, at some point, yeah.
and it was the lowest one on the Eastern Seaboard.
It was low. I don't know what low is. No, Lord of the Low, aka Tom, aka Talking Motorcycles. He was the man for that. So
There it is.
Yeah.
Shouts to Tom. New episode Talking
Big shouts to
Motorcycles
Tom.
dropped
yeah.
today or yesterday. It's out now.
More importantly,
Have a listen.
had the K2 embroidered seats. They were kind of sporty seats, not Recaros. Think of like a BMW like E30 Sport seat, kind of something like that. Which I immediately
Yeah, I
traded
know you
for the
traded
leather.
those.
So dumb. But I don't think I've ever seen one that actually had the skis that came with it still with the car or for sale. Like it doesn't, I think they call it a K2 edition, said it came with skis, and it never did.
Just never did.
Never did. But bringing back to what Josh said about the rust comment, I got rid of mine for the sheer fact that I thought it was a pile of rust, and all I had was a hole in the floor about the size of like a softball or a baseball. I mean, I look now, and that's like the greatest condition one ever. And the guy who I traded it into crushed it. So there's that.
There she goes.
Because I actually went back a few weeks later and I inquired about, hey, what happened with the car? Like, maybe I'm gonna buy it back. Like, maybe it was the best idea to trade it in.
Would you like in a refrigerator-sized cube?
And he was just like, yeah, dude, I sent that thing to the crusher down the road. Like, I didn't keep that. What am I gonna do with that? So,
God damn.
Just
just on the sheer fact that it was my first car, that is a 90s car I would have to talk about.
I like it.
just to follow up here on this ski discussion.
Mm-hmm.
In
Getting deep into
I'm
that.
just trying to find the date here. In October of 2017, a set of K2 El Camino snow skis were posted on the VW Vortex for sale. Brand new in the wrapper, never had bindings mounted. Not sure how they'd ship these, but this was from someone in Portland, Oregon. And he had the actual brand new skis that came with said vehicle
That's impressive.
for sale.
What were they?
I'm
Are
sure
they
that-
asking price?
He didn't put.
Did they have
I'm just
rockers?
Missing it.
No rockers.
No,
No rockers.
The odd thing about the skis is all the steel on them was rusted
Yeah.
around.
You take the skis, you just put them along the rockers. Just cover it right there.
What that for?
Yeah.
Just
Well,
weld them,
fiberglass.
weld them right in. No price.
Yeah.
No
Breaking
price.
the form
no
rules
price
there.
associated. Yeah. So
Yeah, it was the gateway.
It was, man.
The door opener for me, and then from there it was like, all right, well, this is obviously bigger than I thought it was.
Everybody needs a way in.
Yeah, that was it.
It's beautiful. I remember that car.
I do too, man.
I mean, all Mark III Jettas. I just absolutely still love that car.
Yeah,
Still miss it. Still love them.
Yeah, no matter what, it's
I
one of those
listen.
things.
Well, boys, I got another one over here that I always loved when I was a kiddo in the 90s there, and that was the Lotus Elise Classic Siege.
Wonderful choice.
It's a quintessential in that period lightweight English sports thing. Obviously, there was still Morgans and stuff, but yeah, the Exige just did it, man. So back in the day, there were 22,000 GBP, and the Sport was 33.6. The Series 1 were the ones that were released in the Series 1 were the first ones, obviously, and they were the only ones released in the 90s. Let me see if I can pull up a picture of the Series 1. The Series 1 was a lot less aggressive with the front lights, and I just think they look better. Let's see, Series 1. But you tell me if it looks better. The lights were just kind of flatter and cooler. Let's see, Lotus.
Where we at?
Wow, I found the smallest image of all time, which I've been really good at getting recently. What's this one? Oh, here we go. Series 1, open and new. All right, here we go. So yeah, the lights were a lot less aggressive, but I just like them. They're roundies. So yeah, between 96 and 2001 with the Series 1, it weighed 1,598 pounds. It went 0 to 60 in 5.8 despite opening 120 horsepower. This was so goddamn light. It ran a Rover K Series engine, and that actually led to the Exige, which was released in the year 2000, thus not making it really a 90s
Didn't
car.
make the cut.
But that made 177 horsepower. I do like I said I like the light setup. I just like the way the Series 1 looks a lot. It's super... It's kind of not as aggressive as the later Exiges or Elises, but I don't know. I'm into it, man. They do have really ugly like mirror stalks, but yeah, whatever.
I miss the cool ass looking car.
Yeah, and I wish they made it here back then. Obviously, everybody does, but they're badass. We started getting the like Series 3, I believe, is when we saw them here. And they get the Toyota motor. But anyways, I always loved those. When I was a kid, I remember finding out about them via one of the video games and then looking them up and be like, they're not that much. They're not a crazy amount of money.
No.
But then you obviously couldn't get them, or you just get wrecked on trying to import one. So, yeah, I'm about those things. I see them on the track still, the Exiges and stuff, just whooping everybody's ass.
Out there getting it.
Yeah, out there getting it. And
Are they underrated?
where?
Because you don't like see them nearly enough,
Oh, I think on the track they're like well known as probably the best car.
or just like anywhere. I
Well,
feel like you have.
If you've been in one, like you can't like even go to the grocery store in one because there's no place to put anything.
Right, they're just not.
They're really. I mean, it weighs less than 1,600 pounds.
Yeah,
So there's not a lot of
much use beyond.
It's definitely not like, hey, you know what? I'll drive this to work every day and go
Right.
track it. It's like it's a fun car, period.
Yeah.
And if you're hard ass or a man's man, you can drive around on that every day. But if you want to do anything besides just take another person that isn't very large,
Right,
it's going to be an issue.
right. If you go to get the bread and milk, you're probably just going to get the bread or the milk.
Yeah, one or the other. If it can
Yeah.
fit in the passenger seat, so you probably put a couple bags of groceries in there. Yeah, they're cool, fun toy cars. The thing about Lotus Elysas now and the stuff we have here, they're $35,000 all the time.
Yep.
You
Park your money in it.
You can buy one, you can drive for 10 years, sell it for 35 grand. You never lose money on them. So
I'm in.
keep your eye on it.
Yeah.
I'm in.
Yeah, they're
Shout.
get one without a roof. It's a lot easier to get in.
Paul McGrath said the Lotus Elise GTI. I believe that's what he said. But he's obviously from the UK, so he may not have even seen that.
He just gets it.
Oh,
man.
the GT1.
Maybe that's what a GT1.
So
That's
yeah, man,
GT1. Yeah, my eyes don't work because I'm old.
that's mine. One of my big ones.
That's a goodie.
I'll
Nice.
just dive right in with my, coup de grace here, my biggins, and that's the 1995 BMW M3 lightweight. Obviously, we're quite familiar with that car.
We certainly are.
There should be a lot of people quite familiar with that car, but following the introduction of the E36 M3, racing teams in the United States began pressuring BMW for a homologated version in order to compete in their sports car racing classes. So as a result, the M3 lightweight was introduced in 1995. This car, obviously why it's called the lightweight, came without a radio, although the speakers were installed in the car pre-wired for a radio. So, could have done without that stuff. Air conditioning, leather seats were all taken out. Toolkit, no sunroof. The doors had aluminum skins. There was no underbonnet insulation blanket. That blanket does weigh a lot. The trunk only had carpet on the floor. The underbody insulation is thinner, and there is a special carpeting to lower the weight. Overall, the changes resulted in a weight of 91 kilograms or 200 pounds less than a regular E36 M3. Wheels being 17 inches in diameter with a width of 7.5 inches, 8.5 in the rear. Different tires fitted. So what I really wanted to get in was the funny parts with this car. So if you were to purchase one of these vehicles in the United States in 1995, you could buy the vehicle, right?
Yep.
You could leave the dealership,
Mm-hmm.
and then you could go park across the street,
Okay.
where the dealer would then send one of their technicians out in the cover of darkness, if you will,
Oh boy.
to have the actual tall
Tall boy.
Big wing.
boy big wing installed,
wing.
because it was they were not legally allowed to install that.
Shout to Big Wing
That's a
Gang.
They
book out of
were-
the Superbird.
Shout to
They were
Englishman.
not legally allowed to install the oil pan as well as a different oil pump.
They weren't allowed to?
We're
They
not
weren't allowed
allowed
to?
to. So there was several uninstalled extras.
So just chuck an oil pump in that thing, you bring it across the street, drop the pan.
There was a
It's a hell of a
basically,
job to do in the
That's
street.
a job, man.
let's call them non-essential upgrades. Various body. Oh wait, where's my a new oil pan, new oil pump, uninstalled in the trunk. The stuff just was in the trunk. You purchased the car. If you left, you had to go.
Was it
get
a hop
installed.
oil pump?
I don't have the specs on it or what it's actually pushing in comparison to the.
But it was
normal
better.
one.
The pan probably had more capacity, so the pump.
Get that big hammerhead pan on there.
I believe that's what it was.
Yeah.
I should have looked this
Don't you
more.
dare.
But yeah, and I mean now you can buy yourself one for a whopping $149,000.
Yep.
What were these things new MSRP? Anything?
Give me a minute. I'll be able to.
It's gonna be a
pull this up.
quarter of that. Maybe.
Let's see. I don't have that right in front of me.
It doesn't matter then.
125 were built, so they were probably quite pricey to begin with.
Now that graphic with that on the hood, that was installed from the dealer, or is that just kind of like one of those things that everyone kind of did?
I believe that was from the
As part
dealer.
of like the lightweight package.
Uh,
I don't know. I'm always on
all-
the border about whether or not I like it or not.
All M3 lightweight cars were produced in Alpine white exterior color with the Motorsports flag decals on the left front and right rear corners of the car.
Understood.
They're again fixed wing in the trunk, some carbon fiber interior trim, different badges. There's enough. I mean, there's enough to make it a substantial upgrade
Yeah.
in comparison. But for $150,000, you're just kind of, paying that to own one versus taking the money and doing something else with an E36.
Yeah.
I'm trying to find
What are you trying to find over there?
E36 lightweight.
MSRP?
Yeah.
MSRP?
Let me get the MSRP. MSRPs are a pain in the ass to find, man.
Sometimes they can be. Or sometimes they're inaccurate. Like you type in E36 lightweight, it'll give you E36 323i.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. I was looking for some MSRPs for some other shit, and it was just like, okay, well, I guess you gotta hope for like a
Gonna forego that
like a
information.
look for an old Motor Trend article. And
Yeah.
they usually have
basically. I'll come back to that if I find it.
Circle back if you find it. In the meantime, we're going to talk about what I believe is the most recognizable car on the road, and that is a 1999 Ford Crown Victoria Police Interceptor.
it. Oh, there we go.
I don't think there's a car that can be spotted from further away than this car. I just don't think it exists.
Oh yeah, you just know it.
You can sniff it out.
I know the headlights.
The headlights.
The specs
That's
don't
exactly-
matter. They're cool as shit. They're just awesome like cars. You think about the beating they take as taxis, as police cars, as fleet vehicles. I've had an obsession over them for a long time. I've always wanted to own one in full police spec, which is just not allowed.
How many people?
To a certain limit it is, but
There are. I mean, it's funny you mentioned this. Through 6 degrees of separation, if you will.
yep.
But I was made aware of full-on YouTube channels,
Yep.
websites that are dedicated to the love of policifying your Crown Vic.
Yes. There's a place in Massachusetts that their gig is selling the used police vehicles, but also selling the equipment, but not in the same sale. If you kind of get what I'm saying.
Right.
Yeah.
I was like shipping the Skyline over
Yeah.
and shipping its motor.
Yeah. Or like, buying the lightweight and
And
then,
having the wing. Yeah. Yeah.
it just one of those cars that I just see it as an iconic car, both prior to this generation, because I specifically talked about the 98 to 99 one, which is kind of where it took its shape from a Grand Marquis.
Yep.
But an important note was that in 1998, Ford decided that all of their efforts going into this vehicle were going to be geared towards a fleet vehicle, and they weren't really concerned with kind of developing the car for the retail market. People were going to buy it regardless, but all their money and their bread was being buttered from the fleet vehicle, which I think is important to note. It's kind of where their head was in space and what kind of money they were making on the vehicle. But unrelative to the 90s vehicles, just important to the Crown Vic, 10 million have been made since 1979.
Holy shit.
God damn.
10 million is a hell of a number. I think it's a super cool car. It's one of those cars that, even though they're not really in use as police vehicles today, I still stab the brakes when I see one.
Yeah, it's
just because it's
beaten into your head.
I flinch. Like,
Oh, yeah.
Beaten
you know,
into your head.
yeah, it's like an older brother who beat you. You know, it's just like
There he is.
yeah. You still flinch. So,
Does the job.
one day.
One day indeed.
Were there any performance variants of those things?
Well, like the Police Interceptor package did come with a beefier rear end,
Okay.
different cooling.
Yeah.
I don't think there was anything to do with the actual motor. I didn't really kind of dig in. The specs weren't really where my head was at with that.
Yeah. Because I just remember
As it turns out.
Yeah.
I don't know where the year differential is. It was probably sometime in the 2000s, but the Mercury Marauder.
The Marauder, yeah,
You
that's
remember
a
that?
whole different ball game. I think
Okay.
it's a mid 2003, 2004.
I think it's just way later, right?
Yeah.
But that, because those look similar to a certain extent.
Yeah, they certainly do.
But those things are quite hopped up.
Yeah, that's kind of like the new, like the Cougar back in the day.
Right, the Cougar. Although
Yeah.
the Cougar,
Now,
what an odd looking shaped car.
yeah,
It's
no,
just
it's unfortunate.
yeah.
It's unfortunate. Speaking of ugly cars,
Kuager.
yeah, not cool.
You boys ready for my other one?
Yeah.
We are.
This baby ran for a while. The 1991 to 2017 Dodge Viper.
Oh, that's so.
That was on my short list, but I
Yeah.
was like, you know what?
I have that as
I'm gonna let it be.
I had a special connection because I've driven a 91. So the 90s versions were the SR1, which is the 91 to 95, and the SR2, which is the 96 to 2002. A lot of people don't know how ridiculously horse and buggy these cars were, like ill-appointed.
Yeah.
So it was basically a two-seat V10 sports car by a pickup truck company. I've driven an SR1, and it was impressive. So mine was a 91 with the original tires, which I found out later. Lamborghini, which was owned by Chrysler at the time, helped with the V10, which was based on a Chrysler V8. These cars didn't come with such things as exterior door handles, key cylinders, or AC.
Unnecessary.
The roof was made entirely of canvas, and the windows were made out of vinyl. And I'm talking like there were no window. I mean, it's only a two-door car. So you basically have Jeep Wrangler rear soft top glass is your glass. There's no door handles.
Talk about the Wild Wild West.
So if you want to get in, you just zip the window down and open it from the inside. No traction control or anti-lock brakes, which is fucking awesome. The one I drove was straight piped. The exhaust pipes came out the side, which burned everybody that ever owned one getting out of it. The straight pipe one I drove was just blowing leaves and sand in everyone's yard, and everyone's giving me a thumbs up, even driving like a fucking asshole.
I'm so bummed I didn't get to drive that thing.
Dude, it was so funny. Contribution Chris drove that
He's
thing.
still scared.
He drove that thing at like 2,000 RPM, and I was like, let me drive this fucking
Yeah.
thing.
We talked about it today while I was making my list, and he was still scared.
Dude, everybody gives you thumbs up. You could be turfing up someone's lawn in that car and like, fucking do it, yeah! The engine weighed in. It was a 8-liter V10. It made 400 horsepower at 4,600 RPM and 465 foot-pounds of torque at 3,600 RPM. It weighs 711 pounds, or half of a Lotus Exige. The car itself weighed 3,300 pounds, so pretty light despite the motor. 0 to 60 in 4.2 in 1991. The quarter mile was 12.6 stock, and the MSRP was $50,000.
I mean, in 91, 50 grand is a fuckload of money.
Yeah,
That's a fuckload of money.
but there's a lot of other cars that we'll talk about that
Yeah.
were fuckload more. So the SR2, which came out in 96, also they were badged the RT10. They call them the Generation 1.5. There's no more exposed side exhaust on the Roadster. Despite it was cool, it created a bunch of back pressure. So it made 415 horsepower due to that, and now it made 488 torque. Removable hardtop and had a sliding glass window.
What is this, a pickup truck?
Yeah. No, sliding up and down.
Oh.
So you got real glass.
Oh, wow.
I think this SR2, that's the one that did it for me.
Yeah, the SR2 did
Especially
the RT10.
Blue with white stripes,
I'm
right?
getting
Blue
to
with
it.
white stripes.
1996, the GTS came out, which was a coupe version of the SR2 with the famous double bubble roof. This allowed you to wear a helmet in it, which was needed because these cars are dangerous as fuck. Same motor, but now with 450 horsepower. I don't know how they did it. 90% of the GTS was new, unlike the RT10, despite looking very similar. Because the RT10 was literally a first gen with glass. The GTS gets all the tech. Airbags, AC, power windows, and door locks.
Wow.
Still no ABS or
Jumping
traction
right into
control.
the future.
Just leaps and bounds.
Goddamn, these things are cool. They were, the one I drove had for less than $20,000, and I would have immediately paid 15 grand for that thing. It was the scariest fucking thing on earth. It just, yeah, I mean, and I was driving like semi-asshole, and then when we parked and I found it was the original tires on the back, it was like, this is the most dangerous thing I've ever done. Yeah, and it was pretty beat up, but holy shit, they are cool. But I mean, I'm like about 6 feet tall, and my head was above like any type of roll, anything.
Yeah.
It was duck. If you go upside down, duck, which is definitely easy to do upside down. So if you can get one cheap, man, the first gens are fucking cool.
They're not as cheap as I had hoped.
Nah, they were.
Yeah.
But
Yeah,
with you burning your leg off on the exhaust, it's the best. Yeah, charcoal gray, black stripe. Oh, there aren't many bad colors. Even the red with stripes, any of them.
The yellow,
I dig 'em.
again, we you know how we feel about yellow cars. That yellow with black stripes, that still does it too.
They look like such shit with the cloth top on. Like I don't think there's any pictures on the internet with the cloth top on. I mean, they are bad.
It's bad.
They removed all of them.
Well, it was like trying to find a picture of like an F40 with the lights flipped up. It's like no one wants to see that.
Dude, I'm going to bring up a picture with this goon in it with the cloth top on. You can just see how fucking horrible the cloth top is. Like, can I make this picture? Yeah, I sure can.
Oh my
I mean,
God,
look
it's
how
so
bad. For our people that are
3 spokes.
not looking online, they got the 3 spokes which are the tits, but like, look how bad the canvas job is on that thing. I mean, it's horrific, dude. Horrific. In the best way. So that's the Viper. That's a terrible. Yeah, the side windows, you can't put them down. Like if you go to a drive-thru, you got to zip your window down. It's amazing. And I'm sure they crack like hell. It is basically a Wrangler top.
Yeah. There's no different. It's a part spin car.
So, yeah, I mean, it definitely has a pickup truck shifter. It's like yay high. Yeah, it's awesome. So, anyways, but as a kid, man, the Dodge Viper, like I had an uncle, like my cousin married some guy whose father had one and he came by once. It was like, oh my God. It was an RT10. I remember my old man took it on the highway and he was like, I got on the on-ramp and it just spun tires all the way onto the highway. It was like this coolest car I've ever driven.
Yeah.
There's
We've been trying to buy that thing from that guy forever. If you're out there, you know who I am. Let's work a deal out. It was that slate blue RT10. Ooh, the coupe.
there's a pizza shop about
That was
2
a GTS,
blocks,
I guess.
2 blocks from our house, and the owner has one.
Oh, really?
Oh, and he takes it. He gets down. He's slinging the pies, and then he takes this thing.
Dude, you
first gen, by the way. First
Oh, yeah?
gen. Yeah. Oh, yeah.
You have to drive it like a fucking asshole, and nobody gets mad at you.
so-
Everybody loves you.
It's amazing.
Thumbs up as far and smiles as far as the eye can see.
Those engines must have been, I mean, pretty reliable. I mean,
I don't know. They sound like shit. I think they
It's
only revved to 5,000
terrible.
RPM.
Well,
I mean,
it's
he owns a pizza shop, so
Yeah.
he's just slinging pies to keep this thing running. That's
yeah.
it.
I mean,
they
it's a
sound
tractor
horrific.
engine, so
They sound horrific. And everybody puts straight pipes on them. They
I just
sound terrible
wonder
that way.
the reliability of said
I can't
engine.
I can't imagine you're stressing anything. It's a pickup truck motor not pulling a load, and it revs to 5,000 RPM.
It doesn't even have glass.
I think it's 5,500 RPM.
It's pretty light in the grand scheme of things.
Yeah. Yeah, the ACRs were sick, but you couldn't. They didn't make them in the 90s, man. The ACR is a totally different thing. So, anyways,
Yeah.
that's my other one. Who else is next? Josh, what you got?
I think I'm next. Let's see. We'll just go with the first gen Acura NSX.
Oh man, that's cool.
Another goodie.
Produced from 1990 to 2005. Really? They produced them that long?
Yeah.
Pop-up
Holy
lights on those
shit, I didn't
first
even realize
boys.
they were that long. Obviously, everybody knows and loves this car. There's a couple of variants. Let's see. Originally, it came with, or it's 3-liter V6. Where's my horsepower ratings? At some point, 1997, it underwent a performance upgrade, which saw the arrival of a larger 3.2-liter V6 engine and a facelift. I'm in on that facelifted version.
I like the facelift version, but you lose the pop-ups, and the pop-ups were so tight. I'm a big pop-up guy.
I'm kind of torn. I don't know which one I like better.
I was so close to buying a white one back in the day and got screwed out of it. It was under 20 grand.
Oh, jeez.
The guy wanted like 15 for it, and then he traded into the dealership.
Holy crap.
I'm still mad at you for that, crazy Ben.
I'd be mad at him.
It was his buddy.
What are you looking at over
The
here?
dealership threw it up for like 35 next day. I was like, motherfucker, I still should have bought it.
Yeah, of course, the article or the thing I want to reference doesn't have too many specs on the thing, but we know what this
Engine's
thing
in the
is.
back. You don't have to lift your foot off the accelerator for anything.
It just goes for days.
Didn't Senna help develop it?
Yes,
There's a bunch of videos
actually.
of him test lapping them.
Input from the late Formula One champion Ayrton Senna during its final development stages. Matter of fact, there is a amazing video. I'm gonna look this up right now, and I will post it in the chat.
Perfect.
But they're just like future Japanese vehicles. When I first moved to my house, there was a guy pretty close to me that had one, and I meant to ask. And every time you drive by, you'd see it, and then I drove by, and it was never there. And again, it was like, man. He was like keeping it outside. Ugh.
Son of a bitch. It's, actually, but Josh looks that up. Funny story about that.
Let's hear it.
When we were going out for a drive this weekend, when I was leaving the house, you know how much I sweat the MGB GTs.
Yes.
There was a guy in the street washing his.
Nice.
Beautiful British racing green, that beautiful color. So I pull up on the opposing side of the road because, social distance.
Yeah.
Put down my passenger window. Like, hey, man, like, you got a second? Like, kind of want to talk to you about the car. No.
That's my guy. That's my fucking spirit
He's washing
animal.
it with, like, a fucking face cloth and, like, a mop bucket. So, like, clearly doing God's work out there. And I was like, hey, yeah, I'm a big fan of the car. Like, I just kind of wanted to talk to you about it a little bit.
No.
And he was like, yeah, maybe some other time. We're in strange times, so that's a fair answer.
That could have been it.
That's
yeah.
like the guy that asked me if my GTR was from Japan, and I was like, nah, not this one.
No,
And I was talking to him on the wrong side of the car.
yeah, this one's from Rhode Island.
Yeah. You see the plates, buddy.
Pawtucket. Things are really messed up.
Yeah, different over there.
Yeah.
Different.
I just posted this video into the Twitch chat room, and it's an absolute must watch of Senna driving. It's actually an NSX.
And he's wearing like tennis shoes.
and he's got loafers on, like leather loafers and with
Yeah.
white socks. And there's
As one does.
just murdering.
so there's a behind driver camera view. There's a gauge cluster camera view, and there's of course his heel toe foot camera view, and it's mesmerizing. So I highly suggest everybody going to check that out. Next one.
Beautiful, man.
Next one. I have kind of a generalization, but the 1991 to 1995 Honda Civic, more importantly, the hatchback. This car is it's a timeless tuner car. It's another gateway for so many people.
Yeah, you're putting it the best way, the gateway.
It's a gateway for so many people because, like when we talked to Steph Papadakis, he said he wanted to get a car, but his mom had to think it was, okay. So what did he worded it? I believe he got the Civic because it was fuel efficient, right, and safe.
Yep.
Go hatchback only. obviously.
I'm going hatchback only. That's a full disclosure on that. But it just opened the door for an enormous generation of car people to either dip their toe in or dive in, head first, and kind of just really kind of tune on a budget and modify a car on a budget in either a great way or a very, very bad way, because you can really do both with this car. You can really do both with any car, really. It's just really cost efficient.
I'll tell you what, you bring up 91 Civic on Google and it automatically fills in Turbo Kit after. So that's the fucking car you're looking for.
That's what I'm looking
Is
for.
that from eBay?
Yeah. Also, like this is the car that was chasing down that like 18-wheeler on the Fast and the Furious.
Mm-hmm.
Like that's that iconic like chase scene in that movie. Because you think about that movie had a ton of iconic cars from the 90s. However, none of them were as affordable as just a hatchback.
Yeah,
Civic.
that was the way to get in.
Yeah,
man.
that was the way to get in, to be a part of the scene, but on your, delivery boy budget, or, working at the grocery store budget. Shouts to young Ben.
Or your what was Paul Walker's character working for there?
The FBI,
The
CIA,
FBI budget.
FDA. Yeah. But yeah,
DEA.
just that car in general. Obviously, there's all the different variants. There is a SI variant.
We were looking at SI variants on a car from Japan the other day.
Yeah.
Real expensive.
Not cheap.
Real expensive.
Not cheap. Another car, obviously there's the, I think, 96 to 90 something, which is the more roundish, a little more modern-ish.
The
EK.
EK.
I think this is technically EG, if I'm getting my nomenclature correct. But this is the one for me. It's a little bit dated, but a little bit kind of period correct all at the same time. Definitely a pile of shit, but not so much a pile of shit. Good luck finding one today in any kind of usable condition.
Yeah, for any price that you're willing to pay anyway.
Yeah. So,
Dude, they're sick, and we were just looking at them, and like that. Honestly, like there's a lot of stuff you can buy from Japan that's cheap and super cool.
yeah.
But they didn't sleep on the Hondas. Like they're not letting those things get out for any time
No.
of night money.
No, because that's like their similar to American hot rods. That's probably similar to that mindset, if you will.
Yeah. JP Shineworks, he gets it. 95 Civic SI, Captiva Blue. Yeah. That's.
Yep.
Yeah,
Yep.
that's it. It's just it's such a timeless car. It's another one of those cars where you see it so often in like the modified car scene.
Yeah.
Both in good and bad. Kind of, I wish I didn't see that, or
A lot
I
of
want to
bad.
see more.
A lot of bad, but pretty good.
But yeah, it's cool. Yeah, CRX glass top. Yeah, that's cool for sure.
That's fucking awesome. Well, boys, I'm going into a classic.
Uh oh.
A classic. So I'm going 993 Turbo / Turbo S. God, one of my favorite looking cars, especially the S, but we'll get into it. So the 993 generally is a super cool car. Came out in 1994. Lots of air-cooled Porsches. That's why they're suddenly worth an insane amount of money.
Buttloads.
The turbo was introduced in 95. The base turbo, 3.6-liter twin turbo making 402 horsepower. All-wheel drive system came from the legendary 959 that they didn't really get to use in racing, which we've talked about before. It's 6 centimeters wider rear arches than the regular 911, plus it came with 18-inch wheels. Good to note, there are two very distinct versions of the 993 Turbo, 95 through 96 and the 97 through 98. The 97 through 98 had upgrades, which included a stronger transmission, very important, in an ECU that was able to be reflashed and flash modified. It had no passenger airbag, which is crazy.
So they took it away in the later model?
Yeah, I don't know why. Or there might have been a switch to have kids up front.
Okay.
I couldn't really get a lot of clarification on that. Motion sensors for the alarm integrated into the map light. And most importantly, the wheel cap said turbo. So they knew right up front,
You knew what you were fucking with.
you were the guy with the fucking turbo.
Yeah.
0 to 60 in 4.5. They made 5,978 of them, so just a hair under 6,000. It was $130,000 MSRP. So that's a pretty big dog shit.
I just said, what, 50 grand was a lot for the Viper?
Yeah.
Well, I'm glad you mentioned that because the Turbo S was the big dog.
Yeah.
The last year production, they made the Turbo S. The 97 is when they started making them. So I went 97, 98, I guess. This was exclusively from the Porsche exclusive department. Welcome to Special Wishes Land, boys.
Yeah.
50 horsepower bump due to the new, larger, not aptly named KKK K24 turbochargers. So they pulled an extra 50, had an additional oil cooler, modified Motronic engine management system, and it can be recognized by its yellow brake calipers, slightly larger rear wing, quad exhaust, or most importantly, giant fucking air scoops behind the doors.
Enormous.
Enormous air
air
scoops behind the doors.
Like stick your whole arm inside.
Like they could suck in an animal.
yeah.
Like a raccoon.
The picture I have up is of a yellow one.
Let's take a look.
That is an S. Those boys went 0 to 60 in 3.6 seconds.
Yeah.
0 to 100 in 8.9 seconds. And they made 345 of them. So it's a little tough to get your hands on.
It's just beautiful. It's just...
It hits extra hard for me because I was looking at buying a turbo, not an S.
No.
But just, it was an Arctic Blue Turbo 993. It dust off, God, in 2008, 2007, and the guy wanted 50 grand for it, and I wanted to pay 45 for it. and it didn't happen.
Yeah.
And wow, that car would be worth a lot of money right
You know
now.
what? And I'm a big proponent of the 964 is better looking than the 993.
Yeah, but not the turbos.
But no, not when it comes to the Turbo S specifically.
I generally like the 964s now better.
Yeah.
But the 993 Turbo S is just just aggressive and wonderful. I don't have to go GT2 to get my rocks off, you know?
Yeah.
And I believe the pricing's all over the place. This was exclusive only. There's not many window stickers out there that they're willing to show you. I believe it started about $160,000 for this car.
Our friend Peter Liska just said the picture you have, that car sold for $395,000.
Oh, yeah. They're selling
Holy
for
shit.
well
Yeah.
over $250,000 all day long now. But yeah, those cars are awesome, man. I pick on Porsche owners all the time, but those 993 turbos, Turbo S's, I like 993s generally, but those do the thing for me. So
Yeah, that's a beautiful car.
Yeah.
that's my last car before I get into my K-hole.
I'm
Deep,
excited
dark
for the
K-hole.
My last one, because,
You only got 4?
well, my fifth one was the Viper.
Oh, okay. Fair.
Actually, then I have, it might be another one, but just the fourth generation Toyota Supra. Basically, the 880 began development in 1989, so Toyota's getting things ready. The product ended up coming out in the middle of production was April 1993 to August 2002. Obviously, everybody knows this car from the iconic looks, the iconic motor. You can't deny what it did for the tuner scene.
Absolutely not.
So much so that, look at how many people dislike the new Supra because of what this thing didn't necessarily have or achieve. Yes, the 2JZ motor is stout and great, but again, from the factory, it wasn't like this crazy horsepower thing. It was an awesome car to begin with. And then
There was some underlying intent.
right, exactly. Yeah, they kind of knew what they were doing, setting up very, very well, if you will.
Yeah.
So it just organically became a legendary car. And I would certainly say more so than the previous versions. Because I don't think
This Supra, I remember being in college and it was 600 horsepower, and that was not that, it's kind of long ago. 600 horsepower Supras were holy shit, this is the top of the world. And then they quickly bump up to 1,000 plus.
became 1,000, yeah.
But when they were building these cars, they didn't have the crazy engine management shit we have now. It was build the motors heavy as you can to take a shit kicked out of it. And that's why they respond so well. And they respond really well once you start putting modern engine management, modern turbos in it. They do crazy fucking things.
The foundation was there for it to become that. Again, it's just an iconic car. My wife and I seen one yesterday.
Saw that.
And I'm like, holy I could see it from, I don't know, 500 yards away. I'm just like,
Hard to ignore.
That's fucking super. You never see those. So yeah, we drove by it and it was awesome. Awesome to see these things on the road. But that's one of my favorite 90s cars.
Those are the big boys.
That's a fantastic one. I've got another little drop of JDM goodness.
What you got?
1990 to 1994 Nissan Pulsar GT-IR. This is just more hatchback goodness here. It came with the SR20 DET engine, 277 horsepower, 210 foot-pounds of torque. The weight of only 2,400 pounds really moved this thing along. It gave it a 0 to 60 of 5 seconds, which matched the Porsche 911 of the same year. Not turbo. Just let's be clear.
Let's be clear.
Yeah, let's be clear. It's just a beautiful car. You look at it. Actually, you know what? To be honest with you, it's really not the greatest looking car.
No, the hood scoop on the front of that thing is fucking ridiculous.
Like calling it nostrils.
Yeah, exactly.
You've got that hood scoop out front, but what you also have out back, which often gets ignored, is that enormous spoiler kind of roof wing that just kind of comes straight off the roof line. That is something maybe only a mother can love. But
I mean, I saw
I'm a
it in
big
real
fan.
life. It was, I was still into it, man. That hatchback is killer.
Nissan, it was intended to be homologated into FIA Group A Rally. It's manual transmission, all-wheel drive, turbocharged 4-cylinder car. It just ticked all the boxes. It also was good because at the same time, people who weren't able to afford that GTR, they had another option. You
Absolutely.
know, and that other option really, you were obviously settling for less, but it wasn't much less. Like, it was a lot of fun. You were still getting all-wheel drive. It was still manual, still turbo.
And it was like GTI size.
Yeah, it was small as shit.
It's just that hot hatch segment that
Yeah.
it just fits so nicely.
It's almost as if with all these other hot hatches, Nissan should maybe step up to the plate with a new GTI-R.
I think you're right.
Yeah, that'd be super cool. Just some numbers. Let's see. Around the same time, the Mark III GTI, for all the listeners out there, was just under 150 horsepower. You're looking at a car of the same era. Got 100 and change more horsepower. Granted, it never came here. Whatever, but
Dude, the thing is just like, I love those cars. They were way ahead of their time.
I'm not. One day they're too expensive now. I don't. Maybe if everything collapses, I don't know. They really kind of blew up pretty quick.
I think you can still get them in here pretty cheap.
I think if you can find it from the right person. Some people I think know kind of what they're holding on to, especially with some of the auctions we've seen over there. Some of the cars have gone for big money. I'm sure Ransom Pete can kind of fill me in on what bad decisions can be made there.
Get Ransom Pete on that. Ransom Pete is mastering the bad decisions as of recent. So
I mean, there was one for about $13,000.
Where? Stateside already, or
Yeah.
yeah,
you know what?
that's they go for that.
Yeah. That's sounding about right. But yeah, that's a great 90s car to me. It's actually also one that is just very, very recent to me because up until maybe 4 or 5 years ago, I really had no idea what the hell it was.
Yeah.
I saw one in person at H2O a bunch of years ago and just hunted it down up and down the strip until I finally found it and just kind of looked at it, took it in, and admired it.
Yeah. Love from a distance.
I know, I was up close.
Got your
I was up
stance
close
on?
and personal.
The
Stance was on, but
proper
like
viewing stance.
nose was firmly pressed inside that engine bay, kind of figuring out
Wondering what the hell you're looking
what the
at.
hell is going on in here. I'm also curious. I'd love to see. I'm sure I can find a picture, but I'd love to see the whole transmission all-wheel drive setup. I wonder if it's similar to what the GTR runs. Because like the engine runs that way in the engine bay.
Yeah. I haven't fucked around with one.
Yeah,
I'm kind of afraid. I want one, but I'm afraid of bringing it in because I'm thinking there's going to be way less support for that than anything.
you're correct.
But it is fucking cool.
Yeah,
Most likely.
yeah.
I
Uber
wonder
cool
if
car.
There's a small conglomerate stateside of people. I'm sure there is who have them and partake in them.
Yeah.
Oh, there is definitely, but it's just getting parts that's such a pain in the ass. Even for the Skyline initially, it was a pain in the ass.
Yeah.
But I don't know, man. It would be. I
mean, the engine would be all right because obviously there's a bunch of them already over here, so that's not a big deal.
right.
But
It's going to be those stupid, like, off. You don't have to replace all the time, like, parts.
But when
I
you
don't
do,
know. I don't know, some wheel bearing or something odd like that, or just stuff that you're running into with the, or ran into with the Polo.
well, to be fair, I mean, Nissan's a pretty smart company. I'm sure that shared a lot of parts with
Something.
something else. So I'm sure
Existing.
just a little bit of digging, you'll be able to figure it out.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And find out it all comes from somewhere else. Something
Yeah, so
that's probably
some of
here.
the drive system stuff's gonna be a pain in the ass, I think.
Yeah.
All right.
K-hole time. Let's go.
K-hole. All right, boys. Well, what I started with was real easy for you to guess. Lamborghini Diablo. That's my ultimate.
I thought that was going
Cocaine,
to be the first one. Yeah.
hands out the roof. That's what you need. First Lambo capable of hitting 200 miles an hour. 2,884 produced, made from 1990 to 2001. Tons of different versions. We're going to get into it. Mid-engine V12. You either get the 5.7 or 6 liter, 5-speed L manual. All of them.
Man pedal.
Prototype was the P132. It wasn't great looking. It was a very sharp and angular car designed by Marcella Gandini. Chrysler bought the company, softened up his lines to make the Lambo we all know and love. Marcello Gandini was famously unimpressed with it and thus created and released the Cazetta Marauder V16T. Now, Marauder might be a name you know if you know anything about electronic music.
And Mercury's.
George Marauder was a famous pioneer of electronic music. He was on Daft Punk's newest album. I saw this dude DJ in Brooklyn a couple years ago. Absolutely fucking crazy. And it's amazing. And I had no idea he had anything to do with ever making a car. So what's a Suzetta? So if you're looking at the screen right now, there's a red Lamborghini Diablo. Very soft, very nice. If
I still don't call that soft.
Getting that to Suzetta that he wanted to build and then built, it's the hard body boys.
It's just, can we talk about the headlights for a moment?
We're about to get to the headlights.
Okay, please.
It featured not one set of pop-ups, 2 set of pop-ups. The high beams and low beams both popped up on this car. But that's not even the fucking craziest. The quad pop-ups, nothing. Take a look at the engine bay. What are we looking at? We're looking at a transversely mounted 16-cylinder motor. Transversely mounted 16-cylinder motor. The engine bay, I just don't even know how they got it that big. And you know what 2 motors they used? They used the 2 most dependable V8s they could. 2 Lamborghini Urraco V8s cast as a single block.
Was a transmission bell housing casted into this as well?
I would,
like the Miura.
I would fucking hope so.
Actually, not just the bell housing, the whole transmission.
So this car was $650,000.
$650,000.
Yeah, but Giorgio Moroder made it. Giorgio Moroder.
Oh yeah, well why not, right?
It went 0 to 60 in 4 seconds. And that 16-cylinder engine
That's fast.
Made a healthy 540 horsepower. 10 to 14 of them were made. I don't fucking know.
Do we have a sound clip?
I could. It doesn't sound as good as you hope.
Okay. All right.
10 to 14 of them were made. One of them is a convertible that's in a museum somewhere. Giorgio Moroder bailed after the first year. The company lasted 2 years. After the car was released, he was out. Giorgio bailed. They moved production to LA and made 2 more cars. Crazy. So there was one that on the back, it said Moroder.
Yeah.
And Giorgio kept the fucking car. The crazy thing is, there's a YouTube video of Canepa restoring this car.
Wow.
In 2018. The video's called Cesare Moroder V16T Resurrecting the Wolf. Of course, he being a disco pioneer, electronic music producer man, it's white on red.
I was expecting white on white, honestly.
Everything on the car was custom, but most of it was from other parts, and they're talking about finding like a water oil pump seal, and like, we have to like go through every car on Earth to find out what it is.
Yeah.
They don't think... Canepa doesn't think this car ever ran on 16 cylinders its whole life, because they found a bunch of issues with it that were not changed, that they wouldn't have let. So they fixed it, and it actually runs on 16. And we were talking about operating costs on cars, and Elise got just asked about it.
Yes.
And it took them 1,000 hours to make this car work at Canepa.
Wow. And for people who don't know what Canepa is or who Canepa is, I think you need
Bruce Canepa, and he is the god
of 959s,
of everything, of all old cars.
But that's kind of where his...
I don't know. He does everything.
Yeah.
So he's got Rothmans, Porsches, etc. He said when they first drove things, it was like someone was driving around shooting shotguns out the back because there were just 2 full cylinders of gasoline that have never fired.
Yeah.
1,000 hours of work. Luckily, Giorgio Moroder, as I said, was on Daft Punk's latest album in a song called Giorgio by Moroder. He also put out a ton of the disco hits, so I don't think 1,000 hours of Canepa is a big problem for him. But this is the most 90s fucking car ever. Again, it's the Suzetta V16T or the Suzetta Marauder V16T or the Suzetta V16T Marauder. It's fucking hilarious.
Whatever you want to call it.
But the engine bay is absolutely crazy. Yes, it's the dude in the Daft Punk videos just talking about the clicks.
Yeah.
He made the clicks.
The engine bay is wildly impressive.
Dude, the engine bay is crazy. But just the way the car looks, just like he was mad at them for putting out a not angular enough car. So it was like, okay, I see your Lambo with your soft edges, Chrysler.
I'm going to fix this.
Fuck you. I'm going to fix it. And not only that, I'm going to make less horsepower on a way bigger motor.
Yeah.
Kind of reminds me of an article we recently read about, some shaving blades.
Oh, yeah. This guy went full fuck it. He went 5 blades.
Yeah.
If you know who we're talking to, look up the Onion fuck it. We're going full 5 blades. That's what he did. He said, fuck it. We're going the full 16.
Fuck it. We're going double headlights.
Yeah. That's
so many pop-ups, so much to go wrong. But if you look at what Canepa actually does to cars, like There are like 3 guys that drive it. They put hundreds of miles on it. It's crazy. And you can tell that they're all like, yeah, the acceleration's strong. Like none of them are saying it's fast because it's not.
Yeah.
But it's hilarious.
Well,
okay. So let's get back to the Diablo. First one came out with a 5.7 liter V12, making 485 horsepower, which I believe is still more. No, they made 540. Last one came out with a 6 liter, making 575 horsepower. All right. Diablo types. This is where everybody gets it. And this is Charlie's Diablo type lesson. You guys ready?
Hold on to your butts.
Let's get Diablo types out of the way. The normal 1990s early Diablo is just normal, rear-wheel drive, 5.7, 485 horsepower. Easy. Diablo VT came out in 1993, same car.
Yep.
All-wheel drive.
All-wheel drive.
Diablo SV.
SV. That's
Came out 1995. That's a Super Volante.
That's the one.
No four-wheel drive. Increased the power to 510. VT Roadster.
Mm-hmm.
You got it. All-wheel drive, carbon target top, 530 horsepower. 1999 came the facelift, and it was the biggest tragedy that's ever hit in Europe. They took away the pop-ups from the Diablo.
Why?
Just have a second. They just did.
They just did. I don't know. It was like a safety thing, a redesign. Like, what are we?
Yeah, it was a facelift.
And
Okay.
clearly that was the direction that they were leading.
I'm not gonna
up
lie to you. I can't imagine Italian pop-up lights last very long, but
Yeah.
I mean, they had 4 in the other car.
Well, that's why they were going bankrupt trying to fix them all.
I just can't stop looking at this picture.
Yeah. Oh, of that car, the Zeta?
Yeah.
Yeah,
Well,
I
the Cesetta, but also just the Diablo itself.
Diablo with the pop-ups is sick, especially with them down. SV, 1999. There's no more base Diablo. This is the bottom of the barrel. RWD dumped the pop-up lights for shame. 529 horsepower. Then, same year, VT and VT Roadster, all-wheel drive, same horsepower. All right, here we go. 1998. We're going back a year. The GT. This is the track edition. Hardtop, crazier bodywork, stroke the motor to make 575 horsepower. So the GT is the first one with the 6 liter. 1998. Audi takes over Lamborghini. This is the one you want. As much as I hate Audis, you want this one. You want the VT 6.0. Because all of a sudden, you dump all the terrible catch your car on fire Italian reliability, and you get a semi-modern Audi interior, especially the later ones, and you get an engine that works. So you get the 6 liter normally. This one has the Murcielago big side intakes and a revised front. Comes with the aluminum OZ wheels. I think this is actually a picture of the one I have. Got the 6.0 engine, new software, exhaust and intake, refined variable valve timing with new cams, made 550 horsepower, which is still less than the GT. They were only in coupes. However, they were all-wheel drive unless you custom ordered a rear-wheel drive one. So you could tell them, listen, I'm trying to crash this thing.
Yeah.
That Florida edition.
I'm trying to die
Yeah.
today.
I'm trying to put this thing in the dirt and put me in the dirt.
Yeah.
Okay, final one of our Lamborghini Diablo deep
I never
dive.
knew there was this many variants.
Oh, it's fucking crazy. The VT 6.0 SE, final Diablo, only available in gold metallic or sunrise, a color shifting from bronze to maroon, so bad to worse. New intake Manny, short ratio transmission, special interior, had navigation, power everything. This is the one where it's an Audi interior with a Lamborghini Diablo. This is the one in the Dipset video. This is the one you want. They only made 42 of them. Good luck.
And you can clearly see where they were going. You know, you could clearly see their next step.
They were making this because Audi bought them. It's like, we're going to make a Murcielago, but we need to keep this thing going because the Italians have fucked the whole thing up. So let's make our own full car.
Yeah.
So that's what they did. I really like Diablos. I think they're crazy. They were, I think, $300,000. I actually didn't look up the MSRP of them. They were not cheap cars. So yeah, that is my Diablo K-hole. I really liked it, but obviously the best 90s car is that Cesetta, which is the most fucking ridiculous. Why would you transversely mount a 16-cylinder engine?
Just because 5 blades.
Yeah.
But I mean, it would fit fine the other way. Yeah. So,
Oh man,
That was a deep dive.
that was wonderful.
well, because I just got into it and I was like, why is this Cord Marauder?
Yeah.
Like Giorgio Moroder? And I was like, Why would a disco producer build a car? Why would the company break up? It just kept going,
It just
dude.
continued.
What's amazing is like I would never expect that kind of money to come from like music like that. Like
He put out like all the Donna Summer stuff.
Yeah.
Like this guy could have probably bankrolled the whole goddamn company.
Yeah.
Is what I'm thinking. I'm thinking the original designer, Marcelo there, went to him and was like, hey, George, I know you. Can I borrow like $400 million
Yeah.
to build this car? Yeah, I mean, if someone came up with this concept today, it's vaporware. It's never going to happen.
Yeah.
And it happens all the time that people say they're going to make something and
We
never
see
do.
it, yeah.
Or they just part spin something. This is a fully, like, these guys quit Lamborghini because they were pissed at him and then bought V8s to put together to make this car. Like, it's crazy. It's some 90s go get 'em. And the fact that they moved it to LA at the end was hilarious.
Quite fitting.
Yeah, very 90s.
Because everybody thinks that Vector W8's like the craziest 90s car. No. The Suzette is the one. And plus, it runs, maybe.
Kind of.
The one that Canepa did.
Yeah.
They basically...
I'll have to check that out.
Check the video. It's 30 minutes. It's awesome. They basically had to re-engineer this whole car because they don't know if it ever ran. Giorgio said it did, but it probably ran like rat ass.
Yeah, it ran on 8 of the 16 cylinders.
Ran on 14, the max they could ever get.
The max they could get.
With the factory setup, they said there was no way this car could run on more than 14 cylinders. There was something crossed. I don't know.
So it looks like there's some bit of this covered by Top Gear at some point, but from 2000 with different hosts. Apparently, they went to Italy to test a
The
Lamborghini
Diablo.
Diablo GT.
Right.
But it looks like it might get into some of that story behind the madness there. We'll have to go check that out at some point to see.
With like UK Top Gear or?
No, it was before Clarkson. It was like
Oh.
Tiff and...
Oh, okay.
God, who else was on it?
Oh, you did say, but you said like 2000. So like way,
yeah,
way
so this
back.
says Tiff Needle and Vicky Butler.
Adele. As a god.
Yeah. So we'll have to take a look. Peter Lisker just provided the YouTube link, so we'll have to check that out after.
There we go. But yeah, as I said, I stumbled onto it. I knew about it. You know what I really knew about it from? In Gran Turismo, you couldn't have Lamborghinis in the early ones, but they had Zetas.
Okay.
Ha, so
So
bit of a workaround.
Yeah.
well, it's like how they used to have roof Porsches.
Right.
Because Porsche had their terrible Porsche Challenge game.
Yeah.
I remember my brother and I would, you could just ride the walls, so we'd race like a salt shaker versus another controller, like just hit the X button and go.
Yeah.
So, did we get some questions? Maybe get some shawarma ordered up here?
Yeah. Yeah.
Get a little sponsored shawarma?
I got my last car.
Oh, of course, still got one. Let's
according
go.
to your car, I'll
I should have gone after that.
If you weren't able to guess, no, this is going to be short and sweet. 1993 Ford Mustang, the Cobra. Coupe only, total of 499.3. Crushing horsepower of 235 with a 280 foot-pounds of torque coming from the Windsor. I just like saying Windsor.
Looking butch, though.
Yeah, looking tough. Had GT40 performance heads to increase power, man pedal only. I think I said that already, but man pedal only.
Keep saying it.
Exterior body styling and the front Fox really set it apart from all the other Foxes on the road at the time. This was the final version of what, in my opinion, is the greatest Mustang generation to walk the face of this planet. It beat the pants off the GM F-body cars, like the Trans Am.
Fuck those cars.
Who are actually,
Mustang only.
we forgot, are equally as ugly, if not more ugly than the G-body cars. Like, yeah,
they're pretty bad.
the G-bodies, like you can kind of look, you're ugly, but like we
what
can
are
look
those
past it.
called? Not F bodies.
I think the G bodies are ugly good. I don't think that
F-bodies
those other
are
ones are
bad,
good. Yeah,
bad.
F bodies are real rough.
And that's the car that I've never owned, but that's the car that I saw that said I'm into cars. You know, it's like you had that 300ZX story, and you saw it, and you're like, oh wow,
Yeah,
like,
someone in the chat room asked why I no love for 300ZXs was if you ever open the engine on a turbo one.
no bene.
But yeah, that's the one.
Yeah, just awesome, absolutely awesome. I think it's a don't meet your heroes type thing.
Oh,
At
absolutely.
least that's how I feel about it. But
think-
that's it.
Tony just said catfish Camaros are the official car of cousin fucking.
He would know.
God bless him. Oh, man.
Oh, Jesus. Shouts to Togna.
Yeah,
Oh,
Togna, Tonga. Yeah. I mean, obviously I had to throw that in there, but there's so many different options. And it's a car that still stands today as being just incredibly versatile because we see him on the track, we see him in the on drag racing, we see him on the Street Outlaws.
You
See him getting crushed.
You
Yeah.
see him in
Well, not
one of,
Cobras.
one of the greatest Office episodes ever, when Dwight Schrute crashes his into a telephone pole and gets a concussion.
remember that street race one we saw that was made out of aluminum foil? Remember? And it hit like
Yeah.
a telephone pole.
Yeah,
and
yeah.
The only thing left was the man inside.
It was unfortunate.
Yeah.
Oh, jeez, forget about that. Gentlemen, our shawarma is ordered, so that's good.
Oh,
wow.
thank you,
So
Jesus.
we have to talk about the elephant in the room.
1 second. Just to be staying corrected, that's the Cobra R, not the actual Cobra. However, there were only like 300 something examples made of that, even cooler than the regular Cobra. That was super important. I had to get that in there.
Did I not? Is my
duly
picture
noted.
not a Cobra R?
That is a Cobra R.
I
I'm
was gonna
talking
say,
just
okay.
Cobra, yeah. But that's the baddest of the baddest of the baddest bitch.
Oh, absolutely.
Yeah.
Super snakes.
Yeah. Crossing snakes.
We forgot to. Corey kind of hinted on it,
You forget to record again?
but no.
You guys ready to do this again?
Yeah.
No. Thankfully, we are recording. But just the Volkswagen Mark III in general. 1991 to 2000. Just wanted this little tidbit. 4.8 million units
Of the Mark III
of
generation.
the Mark III generation.
Does that include the Cabrio?
It does.
I hope not.
It it does include the Cabby. Let's see, 4.8 million units, and that's 91 to 2000, and then the Cabrio 94 to 2002.
4.8 million units.
It's funny. Everybody just go check out the Volkswagen Mark III or Volkswagen Golf Mark III Wikipedia page and just look at how many variants of motor there are. You know, most other cars, like a few other things we were looking at today, there's 1, there's 2, maybe 3 variants. This has 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14 different motors that were in this car.
What's in there? There's the ABA, the VR, the TDI.
1.4 liter.
Oh, so that's
This
taken
is
worldwide.
This is worldwide. Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, 1.4, 1.6, 1.6, 1.8, 1.8, 2 liter, ABF 2 liter, 2.8 liter,
ABS is where it's
VR
at.
2.9 liter, VR, and then the diesels, the 1.9. They're all 1.9s, but all
Yep.
different designations. AEY, AAZ, et cetera, et cetera.
Yep.
So that's just one I figured we'd mention. It is a 90s car. There you
Magnificent
go.
vehicles.
There you go, Mark III.
Now, was that so? You said 4 point something million units, and that was worldwide, right?
Yeah, worldwide.
So Ford with their Crown Vic sold 10 million,
10 million.
and that was stateside.
That was U.S.
That was like a year.
That was stateside.
To be honest, when I seen 4.8 million, I was like, whoa, that's a lot.
Yeah.
All right, that's pretty good. You want to get into some questions while we're waiting on our delivery?
Yeah, let's get some questions going.
All right,
we're
yeah.
going to do the elephant in the room? Oh, I thought
was-
the elephant.
that was the
elephant.
Yeah, I'm waiting for your closing statements.
Yeah, the other elephant. Let's see. Jesus, where are my questions here?
Uh-oh.
There we go.
Lost all the questions.
Let's start from, let's mix it around. Let's start from the bottom. FF Metalworks, are you
FF
guys
Metalworks.
into hot rods / lead sleds? If so, what is your favorite pre-1963 car or truck?
See, here's the thing. I'm into them to the extent of I like looking at them,
Like,
but I don't know the first thing of what model you would use to start.
so I can say that I like the F100.
Okay.
Yeah, okay.
That's a thing. That's a truck.
It is a truck.
That's kind of, I don't know much hot rod stuff other than, like you said, I can look at it. I generally can identify, oh, that's a Camaro, or oh, that's a whatever. But I am not up to par on my hot rod stuff by any means.
Yeah, I'm not that into it. I think they look fucking cool, but I would be into it, I guess. I gotta look in. I'm not gonna
See,
tea bucket.
yeah, no,
Look at
so
a
that's the
tea
thing. So
bucket?
like,
I don't know.
He mentioned,
Look at a tea bucket.
like
Drive
lead-
someone
Model
crazy Benz.
Yeah.
A.
you mentioned like lead sled. So there's like the lead sled stuff.
So that
There's the hot rod, but then something like like you said, a Camaro, like that's like a muscle car.
so that's the thing. I do know, those designations within hot rod lead sleds, if you will, like Mercury's.
Yeah.
Chop
So you're looking
the
at
top on a
Mercury.
Mercury, and that's considered a lead
like
sled.
40s and 50s,
Early
like early
stuff,
50s.
right,
yeah,
right.
is where you're kind of looking at hot rod like sled stuff.
Yeah, and then muscle cars. Yeah, I think muscle cars were even later than the 63s because
Yeah.
that's not. You'd think they were late 60s, 70s.
I mean, what is
assume.
it? The Mustang kicked it off in 64 and a half.
Okay,
With
so
the
the Porsche car?
GTOs.
Yeah.
yeah. The goats.
Late 60 Camaro.
Yeah, that
That's my
early,
shit. SS, get me GTO with a big blower sticking out the roof.
that
Over the
early
roof, rather.
stuff. I'm just not too familiar with. 49 Merc is the benchmark sled. 49 Merc. Yeah, that sounds familiar. I don't know the years, but I know the Merc. Shouts to Plastic Avenger. Let's see.
Oh my god, the 49 Merc. Holy shit.
Yeah, that's the big
Throw it
old.
up there.
That's the big old long boy, right?
Oh, it's just magnificent.
I mean, is that? Did you put it up there?
I'm about to if I
want to
can
take
here.
a peek at that.
I just apparently can't click on it.
Mercury Coupe.
Wow, that 49 Merc is. Yep.
That does it for you.
Oh my god, how could that not do it for anybody?
Gets it moving.
Yeah.
Let's see.
Big boy.
TD's just wrote
TD's?
recording what? Tuesday recording what? Oh, okay. Tuesday recording what?
No.
TD's also asked, what's the donation stream looking like so far? Real excited.
Get outta here.
We'll talk about that
Yeah.
shortly. TD's also writes, have you ever turned wheels into tables? I have not.
Nope.
So
I unintentionally made wheels good for nothing but tables, but
somebody just wrote ZZ Top right there talking about the Mercury. I just,
Yeah.
that's it. Just an excuse to make that noise. Let's see. Ronan H21. What series have you been binging over lockdown? He said he's watching Brooklyn Nine-Nine start to finish once again.
I just started watching Waco on Netflix, which is fucking awesome.
I seen that. I was thinking about watching that.
Really good. I'm trying to think what did I finish? I just finished something. We watched the new God, who's the guy that did Snatch and is married to Madonna there?
Oh
Shit. His new movie, The Gentleman.
Guy
Ritchie. His new movie, The Gentleman is awesome, and I'm gonna watch Snatch again and then Lock, Stock, so kind of getting back into that shit again.
Rock and Rolla is a great movie.
Oh yeah. Fuck, I forgot about that one.
Rock and Rolla. They were supposed to make a sequel to that, but never happened. There was something. Oh yeah. What'd you say? There's one that was recent. What's the name of it?
Gentleman.
It's
fucking awesome. If you haven't seen it, it's
I need to watch that.
Yeah, check it out. We just seen it.
Are we just talking about Succession on HBO?
Oh, Succession is good.
I just started.
I haven't watched anything. I can't focus on anything for whatever reason. Can't focus on anything to watch.
Waco's pretty solid.
Is it good? I just gotta. That's the thing. I just
drop
gotta
the old ball there.
Put it down. I mean, put whatever down, like phone, whatever down, and just put something on and watch. That's what I gotta try to do. Let's see. We already answered the table question. Ronan _H21. Mark 8 GTI in black. Yes, please. Any other color, and those headlights look atrocious. I haven't seen it in black yet. But the front end does look a bit odd. So,
yeah, I don't know. I think it's a situation kind of like the black new Supra, where like it hid being black. It hid so much of its ugliness up front.
Yeah.
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 Kind of the same kind of thing.
Same deal. Right. The second it's in a different color, the lights are on.
Yeah.
Let's see. Justice Beaver 69. If my barber doesn't open back up in a couple weeks, do I give myself a quarantine cut?
Yeah.
100%.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah.
And send us a picture.
TD's, what's the most people you fit into a car?
You know what? Here's a great story. So the ever great Alexi showed up to our Wednesday night Applebee's meets with his daily VW, which was the same color as his performance VW. And he was like, yeah, you know what? How many people can we fit in this car? And at the time, I want to say it was either 12 or 13 people fit inside of a 4-door Mark III. That was the most people ever been inside of one car at one time. It was not comfortable. It was not. Yeah, not ideal.
I never tried to set the record. I don't know.
I have a picture of it somewhere.
Yeah, I never partook in it. I mean, in like, what do you call it? Not Chrysler K cars, like a Chrysler Sundance or whatever those things were called. They were like the newer
Chrysler by Maserati.
I forgot what the hell it'd actually even be called. But this dude Dave we used to ride with, like we used to pack his car full, and I say pack because there was like 4 or 5 of us, but 4 or 5 of us in that car with all the bikes in it with no bike rack. Wow. Yeah, that became rather like take front wheels off and somebody's laying on the floor in the back seat kind of deal. So That used to be pretty packed.
Got it done,
Not-
though.
Certainly not
Got the job done.
breaking any records with that. Rick V-Dub.
Rick V-Dub.
You're all stuck on your own deserted island. You can only bring 3 items. What are you picking?
Oh, wow. You do have a picture. Jesus.
Yeah.
I don't know if I put that on the
Holy
cam, if
shit.
anybody can see it.
Yeah, I don't know.
Yeah.
Hey, you sideways it? I can put it on the Charlie cam.
Yeah, let's see what we got here.
Before he's packed out Mark 4, Mark 3.
Mark
Well,
3.
they were looking-
That was Alexi's, yeah.
Hopefully you
Oh,
can
I
see
remember
that.
that car. Let's see it. Charlie cam going.
Stuck on desert island. You can only bring 3 items. One of my items is water.
You're going to bring... Why would you bring water? You can just boil the salt water.
Can you boil salt water?
Absolutely.
Well, what if you don't have the means to boil it? Is that gonna be
You can
one
start
of
a
your-
fire.
So you're going to bring a fire starter?
No, you wear glasses, don't you?
I do.
Yeah.
So I'm going to use the sun.
You're going to use the sun. It's a magnifier.
This guy's already good at playing. Jesus.
I bring a fucking...
gonna bring
I bring a goddamn life raft.
I'm
Fuck
gonna
everything
say
else.
a
See you guys
boat.
later.
I'm going to bring a K-bar because that can be used as a hammer. It can be used as a screwdriver. It can be used as a knife.
Okay.
I'm probably going to bring some sort of reliable footwear that'll last a long time because I'm not vibing being barefoot.
Yeezys.
Yeah, some Yeezys.
Oh, that's 100% Crocs.
yeah, Crocs.
Yeah.
Exactly. Something that'll last a
Washable,
long time.
breathable.
Yeah. My third item that'd be tough.
I bring like one of those mobile homes.
I'm gonna bring a mirror.
A mirror?
I'm gonna bring a mirror for a specific reason.
So
when
you
if
can
a
talk
plane-
to yourself?
No, but if a plane comes by, you can reflect the sun off of it.
I bring one of
And
those.
attract
hand-
some attention.
So basically, you're the only one that would have even slight potential of surviving
Yeah.
Or being rescued.
or being rescued. Yeah. Because I would just,
Josh is gonna bring a jug of water.
I
It's
would
gonna
use
last him 10 minutes.
I would use everything I bring in the first hour and just
I probably bring a fish.
How's
That's
quarantine going for you?
It's
Rich just
proving
wrote, you
difficult.
All, you all need to be afraid of Corey.
Yeah,
It's,
We are.
yeah,
it's okay. We have plenty of water.
yeah.
We found toilet paper again, so that's good. I am enjoying cooking. That's
That's great.
yeah. I mean, we're just kind of going.
That's great.
There we go.
Yeah, we do all need to be afraid of Corey. So let's see. TD's asks,
TD's.
what do you have on your keychain and do you use a lanyard?
I have a fucking unbelievable amount of keys on my keychain.
Yeah, you do.
I have too many keys on my keychain. I probably less than Chuck, but there's still far
Don't
too
have a
many for
lanyard.
me.
I only have a few keys. No lanyard.
Artie Woo cakes.
Artie Woo cakes.
Yellow or white American cheese?
Yellow.
Yellow.
Like government issued.
Yeah.
Oh
absolutely.
yeah,
Gotta go
Yeah.
yellow.
that's the
Gotta go
stuff.
yellow.
Give me the
I
brick.
prefer the
Throw it on a
yellow.
burger.
And that
Yeah.
government peanut butter.
Oh yeah,
Uh,
extra
That's what
sugar.
it's at. Before times. Wait.
Before times.
Before times, but you have to drive a yellow
Who said it?
Jedi Tech.
Jedi Tech.
Oh, okay. Shouts to Kyle who worked on the nightmare that is my car.
Before times, but you have to drive a yellow Mark III or in quarantine. Oh, okay. So before times, before our current time, you have to drive a yellow Mark III or in quarantine with an E63 wagon that you can't drive.
Yeah, but I can start it up in the driveway and rev the shit out
I was
of
going
it.
to say, I'd pick the E63 wagon because I can still clean it. I can turn it on. I can sit in it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, quarantine, we've been driving around pretty fine. I'll take the E63 all day.
I don't think you can drive it though.
Plus, there isn't anybody on the road.
This
You're
one
not- you
was
can't legally drive it.
hypothetical- Yeah. I
I mean, if you couldn't drive it, I'll take the damn yellow Mark III.
Nah, I would just fucking rev the shit in my driveway all day long.
I can just hear it. Gas is cheap.
Yeah.
Right? So-
Walk down.
You run out of gas.
I'll walk down, get 5 gallons, bring it back. Nom, 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 nom.
Is that
Just
you?
an-
Sure is.
just an hour straight.
Yeah.
Pocket Full of Sunshine writes, how many throttle bodies are in Chuck's garage?
Market full of sunshine. Wow.
Think about it.
I mean,
Oh,
there's
man.
12. 18,
I've got a number in mind. I think it's 22.
Think so?
I think it's 22.
So I've got 3 straight 6s. That's 18.
Plus a
Plus
4.
4, 22. Plus the K-Truck's got a throttle body. That's 23.
Has a throttle body? Oh, you're talking about individual throttle bodies.
She says
Yeah.
throttle bodies,
Oh,
period.
okay. Oh,
And then I got 2 more.
That's true. Yeah.
yeah.
So 25. 25?
I was going to say 22 as well, but I wasn't counting.
22 plus 3.
Yeah.
This car's without
25.
ITBs. Oh, no. Then the M Coupe, 26. Dirt bike's got a throttle body, 27.
Yeah.
What about the sidecar thing?
Oh,
Polaris?
that's 28. Then I got
Lawnmower?
there's a throttle body on my wood splitter.
There you
29. Throttle body on the chainsaw.
Chainsaw?
30. What else do I have? Weed whacker, 31.
What's it carbureted?
Weed whacker, still throttle body. I don't know.
No.
Oh yeah, it's just carb.
Just
Yeah.
an inlet.
Yeah. Fuck. Yeah, we got to back off. Then I got to take a couple off of that. So I think we're 26.
Yeah.
Go with
It's a
26.
strong number.
Carl built spend my Trumpy bucks on
There
my
you are.
RX-7 or my Elon.
Elon?
Oh my God, you're choosing between. Who was that?
Carl built.
Carl built. You were choosing between, please, an RX-7 rotary or a Lotus Elan to spend your money
Oh,
on?
you thought you said Elon, like...
No.
Elon.
Oh, I thought it was Elon.
Holy shit,
Yeah.
that's got to be... Wow.
That's a difficult.
When you said RX-7, I was like, well, there's nothing else. I would never have him spend money on that. And then you said Elan. I was like, holy shit. Wow. I don't know. How fast do you want it to go away? I didn't even know. Yeah, just set the money on fire.
Yeah.
I mean, I don't know. I flip a coin, I guess. I mean, I get, wow. That stumped me. I don't know.
I would go to RX-7. If I had to, gun to my head,
Would you go RX-7?
I'd go RX-7.
Elan's supposed to be great to drive
Just
when they
because
run.
I would get a few minutes out of it of noise.
You get a little weed whacker
Yeah.
noise.
At the very least,
Yeah, a few minutes of noise.
get one full fun run.
Yeah.
I don't know. Make love, not robots. Just set the money on fire. Either car will make a great fire from Audi exclusive. I go RX-7. I guess
Yeah.
I like the motors before they explode.
That's what I would go with. Yeah. I mean, if you don't start porting, maybe you can make it.
Yeah, the Elan would probably be a fucking joy to drive, but Jesus, either one's gonna break your heart, man.
Invest that money. Try to build it up.
That's why I thought he said Elon. I was like, well, I'd go there.
I mean, you probably get that FD. If it's an FD, you could probably get it running if you have 12 kids and you qualified for full Trump bucks. Your wife, you have 100 dependents.
yeah.
Sort something out. That is going to do it for our questions.
Oh damn!
Yeah. It's long episode.
Josh's final thought.
In all preparation. Yeah. So closing thoughts.
If you will.
I don't really have many of them. I just wrote that because I figured it would be a good time to announce that we're going to do our telethon. That's what we're going to call it. Revival Motoring Telethon on Saturday, May 2nd. The time is to be determined, but I'm sure we're going to start sometime in the afternoon, I think. Yeah, I think the afternoon would work. And essentially, it's going to be a phone drive where we're going to try to set up a Google number. People can call in. We got to figure out who's going to answer that phone.
Young Ben.
We'll have different conversations with people. We'll hopefully have some people, via Zoom meeting or something like that to chat with. But we're going to go until the donations stop, essentially.
Till the money dries
Till
up.
the-
We could, when we did the tour at the beginning of this, it means we could
We could
literally
use
take
different
the
stuff like
webcam
that,
and we could be
yes.
outside grilling.
That's true. We could do all sorts of stuff. Essentially, and I say donations. This particular thing, this telethon, these donations will not be for us. It's not going to be for Revival Motoring. This is going to be for one and or multiple charities for people in need, especially at a time like where we're currently living. So that's when it's going to be. More details will follow, but May 2nd, time to be determined, the Revival Motoring Telethon. We truly hope everybody out there listening can pass this information along. We'll get a flyer out and ready in the next day or two. But please, even if you can't, donate, don't feel obligated to do that. But if you can't donate, just share that we're putting this event on, just to push it out there and get more people to join. We're going to have the live stream going. It's going to be kind of its own singular thing because I don't think we're going to put out a 36-hour podcast. I just don't think that's going to find its
I'd
way
record it, but
we'll
Jesus,
record
I don't know
it,
what the
but,
hell we're going to do with it.
Who knows how long we're going to go. Essentially, what's going to happen is we'll set a donation mark of, let's say, $50. All right, cool. We get to $50, we go for another hour. We get to $100, we go for another hour. And the further
Compound
the hours
interest.
go,
Yeah.
they are going to grow to a certain extent. But I don't know. Maybe we'll put a goal up there that we want to reach and see if we can get there. So that's going to be it. That's going to be, again, May 2nd. As far as today, we're done. We're going to go eat some shawarma. We're going to wait for it to get delivered, and then we're going to wrap this bitch up.
Cool.
So,
Quick shouts to your wife. Happy birthday tomorrow.
oh,
Oh,
jeez.
happy birthday to the wife.
Yes, I forgot what day it
And
was.
I throw
So
that out
that's
there.
why
She's a huge help to shipping all of our junk.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
she's a huge help to everything.
Yeah.
I would not know where I would be without her. So shouts to my wife. Love you. Everybody reach out to revival_Tanya on Instagram.
Here
Say
and
happy birthday.
Instagram.
That's Wednesday. Actually, maybe we'll put this out. I don't know when we're going to put this out. That was yesterday. So if you're listening to this on the live stream, reach out to her tomorrow because it's her birthday tomorrow. If you listen to this on Thursday, follow back and say
Yeah. Belated.
happy belated
Happy
birthday.
belated.
Happy belated.
So-
Big shout out to Tanya.
Shouts
Keeping this
to
thing
my
rolling.
wife. Corey, thank you for reminding me. 'Cause I was so lost.
Oh, teenies.
I wasn't trying to throw you under the bus, man. I was just,
No,
you know,
no.
she's a huge help to everything we do here. So,
TDs with the spelling.
so
Jesus, buddy.
Oh,
Tonga.
man.
very similar to lasagna, you know? Like,
Yeah.
But everyone
But
But
reach
it's
out.
not. But it's not.
No, it doesn't end with a
It
Y.
doesn't make. Yeah.
No.
It doesn't work with that one. It's. I appreciate the effort, TDs, but it doesn't
Yeah.
work. That is going to do it for us, ladies and gentlemen. Thanks again for joining us. We'll be back next week, and yeah, stay safe. Wash
Wow,
your
this
hands.
thing's over 3 hours. Holy
Yeah.
shit.
Yeah. Keep it.
Stay
keep it-
quarantined.
Stay quarantined.
Yeah.
6 feet apart. You know
Don't
what
talk
do.
to anybody. Don't breathe.
Don't breathe.
Shouts to everybody that listened up for 4 hours with our pre-show. You can check us out on Twitch. I think it keeps our old shows for 14 days.
It does.
Revival Motoring on the internet. Revival Josh. Corey SI. Chuck Who. Fingers High Motorsport. That's it. Airhorn. Car. Yeah, we'll catch you guys next week.
See you.
Later. Gonna miss you. This is our longest one yet.
No,
No, we did a 4-hour one, didn't we? Later. You got a couple more questions. Hey, we're sticking around for the after show. The unrecorded after show. Exclusive Twitch content. Actually, it'll probably be on YouTube too.
No, I won't make it YouTube.
No, we'll make it a YouTube.
Twitch only.
Twitch only.